Seven, six, five, four, three, two, one.
Welcome to Paranormal Central, broadcasting live from Central California with your hosts Jeffrey Gonzalez and Alan Thomas. Broadcasting video worldwide at paranormalcentral.net and broadcasting audio on the Dark Matter Network at artbell.com. Are you ready to witness something you cannot explain?
Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Paranormal Central, broadcasting live from the bottom left-hand corner of the Nevada Triangle, in a city called Fresno, California. My name is Jeffrey Gonzalez. I am your host for the show. I'm also the founder of a group called the Sanger Paranormal Society. Have been in existence for over 13 years. Have been investigating the paranormal for that long, so we're just not up here talking about it. We're actually living it. Can't do it without my team, and one of those guys is sitting to the right of me. His name is Mr. Alan Thomas.
Hi, everyone. Good to see everybody out there.
Thank you for showing up wherever you may be. I appreciate it big time. We are being broadcast right now on live stream HD quality video, if you're watching us right now. If you are listening to us at the Dark Matter Digital Network at artbell.com, that's right, you heard me right, artbell.com website is broadcasting our feed digital HD quality worldwide on their servers. So you got the best of both worlds. Either you can watch us or you can listen to us over there. Doesn't matter. You're going to get both sound, the best sounding quality audio and video than you can get. What do I hear? Oh, your sound. So, all right. Well, thank you very much for showing up. We're going to have another killer show for you tonight. We have, and we've had him before, Mr. Stephen Pierce, one of the loggers, one of the guys in Fire in the Sky. How many of you have seen the movie Fire in the Sky? The Travis Walton story? Well, one of the loggers, Mr. Stephen Pierce, who was there when it all happened, is going to come back on the show tonight and talk to us. We've had him on last year, but something happened and he had to abruptly end the show. And he doesn't do interviews, period. But he told me back then that he owed me a show, and so I said, you know what? I think it's time for you to come back on. So he said, okay. So we're going to bring him back on, and I think it's the 40th anniversary of the Fire in the Sky. So we're going to talk about that and hopefully some other things, but we'll see what happens. It's all about, it's up to him. So I'm sure we're going to have a good time with him tonight. So I can't wait, Mr. Stephen Pierce. I know he's standing by, but...
what year did they do that Fire in the Sky? It was like 1975 or something like that.
I don't know. Well, when it happened, well, it's like 40th anniversary, so 75, right around there. I'm thinking, yeah. So, all right. So I'm going to hurt a lot of people's feelings tonight, but Mr. Danny Valderrama is not going to be with us.
He is smoking the crack.
Drink. Chuli Reservation. I want to say, first of all, before we start, is yesterday was my wife's birthday, so happy birthday to Cheryl.
Happy
Diane.
Birthday.
And
wherever you are.
That's right. And also one of our major fans in Arkansas, Jan. His birthday today as well.
Happy birthday, Jan.
And I just found out that they're having a viewing party. Now they're going to have viewing parties now at the reservation, at the Chuli Reservation, and they're all right now kicking it. and they're waiting for me to say a couple of words so they can all take a shot of something.
Yeah, and you know what? They're smoking crack because we ain't going to say it.
You know what? But I think it has to come from me. But if you guys wanted to go ahead and start off with Alan, then do it. But thank you for everybody at the Thule Reservation who's having a viewing party right now, and hopefully that it's going to continue. Thank you very much. You know, we are gaining fans every week. Our numbers are increasing, and it's blowing me away. I tell you, I can't believe it. I mean, you know, we're not promoting this thing.
It's humbling.
We're not promoting. You know, I'm not spending any money at all to promote this show. It's all by word of mouth. Word is getting out. And I really appreciate all of you who are watching and listening to us, whether it's here on live stream or on the Dark Matter Digital Network. I really appreciate it because good things are coming.
Yeah.
I mean, we haven't even started. Wait until we get on TV. Seriously, guys, wait until we get on TV. And the first episode is going to be hand-delivered to the Fox Network here in Fresno, California in about a week, or less than a week, actually. And hopefully they're going to air it. They are going to air it at the end of September in the fall schedule for the new shows.
It'll be kind of cool. It'll be like we're already podcasting with Art Bell, and then we're live broadcasting like TV by live stream, and then we're hitting the airwaves with the other one. And I mean, we're just covering the whole gamut.
Crazy. You know, I this is just a hobby, guys. That's all. This is just a hobby, just to get you guys informed on what's really going out there. But it's taken a mind of its own, and it's like it's
watch. Pretty soon we'll be doing it like 3 days a week.
And you know, the whole, you know what? If I can quit my job and make the amount of money that I'm doing there, or maybe more, then I will. If I can continue this, and I will. I mean, then I would, and then that way, you know, we can do more stuff for you guys, because we've been getting emails and forms have been filling out on the on our website, asking that, because one day a week it's killing you guys for some reason.
Yeah.
Seriously, you guys are like going, I can't wait until Sunday, and you know what? That's awesome. I love to hear that, because that just gives me the more to give you a better show the following day. I mean, the following Sunday. And that I'm going to keep doing it for you guys. But like I said, if we can do it more, then I would. And hopefully that will happen. I think things will change once our TV show hits the air. And that's going to be next month. And I think, and for those who, you know, and everybody eventually is going to see the TV show. And you have to understand, you know, we're doing the TV show with a no budget thing.
Yeah, no
but
budget.
It's still
Serious.
Great. I still got a fantastic production company, Stellar Lens Productions,
and they are stellar,
and who are doing the show for us, and they're doing a great job. But you know, we're doing it in this studio, but the furniture and the settings and everything is changed, so it's going to be totally different atmosphere.
And it's a lot shorter.
Yeah,
like
I mean,
real
44 minutes. I mean,
yeah.
It's an hour show, but 44 minutes is all you get on a TV show, because the rest is commercials, man.
It's
16
like,
minutes with
being
commercials.
throttled back.
And you know, we have a lot to talk about here, and we try to get it all in 3 hours with no commercials.
And we still can't do it.
And it's like, you know, they're
Yeah.
giving us 44 minutes on TV. It's like you're talking 7 or 8 minutes per segment. Just like if you're listening or watching, you know, Jimmy Kimmel or the Ellen DeGeneres show, it's exactly the same way. It's like, oh my God. So, you know, we had to compact a lot in, and it's like, it's hard. Oh my God, it's hard. So, all right, we're gonna go ahead and get on with the show. Like I said, no Danny tonight. Where's Danny?
He's on vacation.
He's on vacation.
Jeez.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I say. Where's he at? He's in Texas. And what is he doing in Texas? You know, they like to go on vacation. They like to go sightseeing. They like to go visit things. And one of the guy's a big football fan, if you haven't figured that out already. You know, he's a Raider fan. But I guess one of his goals is to visit as many of the stadiums, where they play football, as he can. So he really wanted to go down to Texas Stadium. And he did. He watched yesterday the Dallas and Minnesota game, yesterday, and I think on Tuesday he's going to have a tour of the stadium and and he's rubbing it in because he's like texting us and sending us pictures. I'm going, yeah, whatever. And but yeah, but he's having a good old time out there, and he'll be back next week, I think.
Yeah, I think he said next week.
Yeah. Okay, so he'll be back next week. So he has 2 weeks of information on Bigfoot to
and
make
then
up.
he'll go to work for like a week, and then he's going on vacation again. Yeah, for another 2 weeks.
Yeah, the guy's a bum.
Yeah, and I figured his like vacation time is gonna go well into Christmas. We'll get him here and there.
He's a bum. Okay, all
He's
right.
definitely having fun.
Right, he is. Yes.
Yeah.
So, okay. We're gonna call Steve at about 6:30, and we're gonna get him on. But there's been a lot of stuff going on, and I mean a lot. And I don't want to really get into it because I'm afraid I'm not going to be able to finish, and then we're going to have to get a hold of Steve and go with with Steve on this. But missing hikers
Everywhere.
Okay,
All over.
so far,
Like Utah, Washington, Oregon, California.
it's unfreaking believable. Now, for all those who are friends on Facebook, know that I have been updating you guys on the missing hikers and missing people in general here in the east of Fresno, California, where we had 2. They found one deceased. They found another one alive. But each one of them, circumstances are just like if you were reading the Missing 411 book. Now,
how come they'll tell you all these things, but then when, like on this one, I've been trying to find out, they said that the lady was found, but she was injured.
right.
But they're not saying nothing else.
Well, I wrote down a lot of the stuff, and I have audio clips that I want you to listen to on some of this stuff. But tonight, I've been trying to get a lot of great guests to come on, the show. And middle of last week, I goofed, and I was, programming stuff in the computer, and I sent out an email because, I have David Polides, who's going to be coming on next Sunday, all right? And he was kind enough to send me his new book. Here it is, guys, just out. And it's Missing 411, and it's titled The Sobering Coincidence. It's out now. You can go and purchase it on his website, and I will give you his website in a bit, but it's a Can-Am Missing 411, I think. You know what? Hold on.
I think that's it.
Is that it?
Yeah. I'll put a link to it.
Yeah.
I'll have a link to it on the YouTube.
We're going to have him next week, and we're going to be talking about his new book, and we're going to be talking about these missing hikers here east of Fresno. But we're going to talk about them anyways tonight because you guys need to hear this. This is just crazy. And I don't, like I said, I don't want to start right now. But so what we're going to do is we're going to continue on with the other stuff. So what I'm going to do right now is I am going to show you, let's see, I'm going to go to my list of things to talk about really quick. Let's talk about last week. And I think the Dow Jones took a dive that Sunday, actually
for a couple of days in a row.
For a couple of days in a row.
Mm-hmm.
China. Everything right now is looking at China and figuring out the depth and all that kind of stuff. So, it was weird that when China's stock dropped. Let me show you really quick.
I think they're trying to hurt China.
Well,
at the same time they're hurting us, but I think that's what they're doing.
You kidding me? Okay. Here it is. Go there.
Is that what it says? 666?
Yeah.
For reals?
Yeah, for reals. The Dow fell on, was it Friday of last week when it first started to fall? It fell minus 666.
I want to know what's weird.
Okay, and that is legit, you guys. I am not messing with you right
Want to
there.
know what's weird and legit also?
What?
The 2 crashes in the stock market we had, and they
Did it come up? Not yet.
No, I don't know. It might take a second.
Okay.
I'm on a delay, but they were 7.7. One was 7%, and the other one was 7.7 or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody was the Christian people were saying that God was going to smack the community or the United States in the market. And when it did fall, it fell in the exactly 7%.
This is from the Drudge Report, you guys, and the Drudge is legit. This is not no phony baloney stuff here. This is totally legit. So when China fell, when we fell last Thursday and Friday, check it out. All right, minus 666. I swear this is real. I'm not making this up, you guys. All right. Now, did you guys hear about this in the media? No. Why? Because this would have just blown your mind if you would have heard it on ABC or CBS or even Fox or CNN.
I don't even think they would report that.
They're not going to report that. Absolutely not. I mean, come on. Really? 666, it went down minus? Didn't we tell you something evil's coming? Uh-huh. All right. So, okay, I wanted to show you that because I wanted to blow your mind.
I can't even wait for September. I mean, I'm real serious.
All right, let's continue with right now the people who are running for president. There's one man in particular who's really causing a commotion out there. Everybody know what I'm talking about? Trump, right? Now, remember in the past I've told you that they've been giving us signs and signals in movies and in TV shows about futures. The Simpsons, 15 years ago, Trump was running for president.
Yeah, and I saw that tripped me out. That was so long ago that you wouldn't even think of it today. You know what I mean?
I am not messing with you guys. I swear. The episode, you can probably go watch it someplace, but there it is. It's Trump for president 15 years ago. Just like how they predicted. Well, I don't want to say how they predicted, but they were also talking about 911 and some other stuff as well. But there you go. All right. Am I messing with you now? Am I really? And I'm not smoking the crack. I tell you that right now. Drink Chili Reservation. Okay. All right, let's continue on, because that's just what I'm here for, to mess with you guys. Let's go with, let's just say, how about this? I got a text, and it was somebody at Clovis and Shaw Avenue saw something in the sky, and here in Fresno, California, and it's close to Clovis, California, which is east of Fresno. It was high up in the sky, so they took a picture. Now, what you're looking at right now is a zoomed-in version of what I did. The thing that they were filming was way in the far distance. Now, that's why it's blurry. But to them, it said it looked like a flying carpet.
Right.
Right? That's what they said it looked like. Right now, what I'm looking at is like a large moth.
That's what I thought it looked like.
That's what it looked like. Now, you're probably going, okay, well, it was a moth right there in front of them. No. This thing was way up in the sky, you guys. That's what caught their attention. They're not going to... How are you going to see a moth that's way far in the distance? You're not. Okay, this is from people that I don't want to say I know, but are friends on Facebook. And
for a while, too.
Okay, yeah. And so...
for years.
So, yeah, so it's like when you get a photograph like this from somebody that they're not going to be playing a fast one on you. What they thought it looked like was a flying carpet.
Yeah, that's weird.
Right, so I'm showing you right now what they took a photograph of. To me, it looked like a large moth. Now, Mothman, perhaps? We've had sightings like that around here. But over Clovis, California, there's a lot of people there. You have the Sierra Vista Mall, Shaw Avenue. It's a very highly trafficked area as far as Clovis Avenue as well. So why would something like this, if it's a very large object, be flying over that area? I couldn't tell you. Because, you know what? I'll tell you. Because you guys don't look up.
Yeah.
You guys are not looking up. All right, these guys were looking up. Why? I don't know, but I'm pretty sure they were probably out in the parking lot and they were just kicking it, talking, and they looked up and saw this thing and took out the old cell phone and took a photograph. You guys need to start looking up more often. These things are up there.
Especially now.
Yeah.
There is so much happening now. It's ridiculous. I mean, off the hook. Off the hook. You got to look up.
Okay, so yeah, so there you go. I know I have some more stuff to show you, but it pertains to the missing hikers and all that. You know what? Let me show you something else really quick. I'm going to say hi to my cousin, who is, for those who don't know, Ariel Reese. She is my cousin who actually decorated the set, had the inside decorated for me. She went to college for that purpose, and recently she was asked to go to the Disney College program, where she is going to be working now with Walt Disney.
Wow.
And she is going to be, it could be at the park or it could be movie sets, either or. But she actually, because she was like graduated top in FIDM, which is it's a college in LA where they actually go to learn how to design sets, design fashion, and all that kind of stuff. And she was like top 1% in her class. So she was, she's good at what she does. Wow. And so now,
congratulations.
Yeah. So she is, so she is at the Disney College program now. And she's from Sanger, California. Yay, Ariel. And she designed our TV show set, and you guys will see that eventually. And I just want to say congratulations to her. Let me just show you the TV show set. I'm going to show it right now. There it is. So you can see it's a little different than now, but this is it. And let me make sure you are seeing it, but there it is. Yeah, it was her idea. This is all her idea. Again, when we have a set built, it's, we don't have mucho dinero. It's basically us. All right. It was Ariel and myself who came out here and built the set. We did it ourselves. I built it. She designed the inside and the whole 9 yards. But this is what the TV show is going to look like for you guys. So get excited. The guests are going to be sitting to the right on the couch, and I'm going to be to the left. And there you go. Very cool, huh? Yeah, I think so. And let me show you another quick, because I'm basically what I'm doing is I'm getting you excited. And there is the other part of the set as well. For those who want to know, see this bookcase? It's actually a door where the guests come in. Right there.
Yeah, it goes to the green room.
Cool, huh? Yeah, my idea. So there you go. All right, enough of that. So yes, we are very excited. We think the TV show is it's going to be pretty cool. Like I said, the budget isn't there, but we're going to show you some cool stuff. We're going to talk about some cool stuff. We're going to have guests in here. I'm not going to tell you which guest.
Actually, we already have.
Huh?
We already have. We already started, really.
What's that?
Having the guests in here. We already have.
Oh, yeah. Well, no, we've already shot 9 episodes.
Yeah.
We've shot 9 episodes of the TV show, you guys.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So that's already in the, actually, the production company they're putting the final touches. On the first episode, they're putting the closed caption because it's required by the Fox network to have closed caption for those who can't hear. So that's, man, we're talking legit stuff here, man.
Yeah.
We're talking big time, you guys. So we're pretty excited.
Pretty fun. I know that.
Yeah, exactly. You know what? Let's go ahead and call Steve. Let's just call Steve right now. I got 5 minutes anyway. So Steve. Oh, is that somebody out there? Nope. So okay, Steve, I'm gonna go ahead and give you a call right now. Let's call Steve Pierce from Fire in the Sky. All right. What the hell? What the hell? That's weird.
Yeah, so tomorrow, my last stint. Go in the hospital. Hopefully I'll be back and healthy and everything in time for next week. And I told him I want to do it early in the week so that I have all week to like recover, and then I can be back sitting in here instead of missing out. I hate missing out.
Gosh, that's a weird. All right, let me call the number.
The little gremlins are fooling with him.
I tell you, I hate when they do that. I really do.
Yep, really. They got to do it. But only, you know what? I'll be way better after the stint.
Hello.
Steve,
Yes, sir.
how's it going?
Pretty good. How you doing?
I'm doing really good. Thanks for doing this for me. Appreciate it, man.
Hey, you're welcome. Thank you for having me back.
All right, right on. So, okay, well, Mr. Steve, well, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and put up a photograph of you guys. Let me find it here real quick. How many years has it been, man?
It'll be 40 years this year.
40 years.
Man, 40 years. Wow. Makes
So-
me feel old.
Yeah. So,
Hey, when we took the polygraph test, they turned it into a museum. When I first walked in there, I felt old.
Yeah.
man. So, okay, so I put up a photograph of all you guys, basically. And you're the one on the far left. You know what? It looks like you, dude.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
like,
I'm on the far left.
Yeah. And they got the guy from E.T., Elliot, to play you.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Right on. So, all right. Well, let's talk about let's go back 40 years.
That was
man.
like 2 years before I got married.
Really?
Right there. Yeah.
Let's go way back 40 years ago, dude. Well, let's talk about all these guys right now. Is everyone still around? I think you lost a couple of guys, didn't you guys?
Yeah. Alan Dallas was the first to go.
Okay.
And then Dwayne Smith, he was the next one to go. He died a while back, and the rest of us are still here.
Right on. Okay. Okay, 40 years is a long time. I mean, it must be. I mean, it must be like it just happened yesterday.
Sometimes it is. I can click back like it was yesterday.
Right. Now let's talk about the movie, Fire in the Sky. You know, when someone has a story and it comes out on TV or on the movies, I should say, you know, a lot of it is not true. They like to elaborate on a lot of stuff and like to add it to make it more exciting, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's just the way it goes. How in the movie itself, you know, how much percent were they right on?
In the movie,
Yeah.
honestly, about 50-50. They
Yeah.
exaggerated on some things.
Yeah. Now the
I don't know. A lot of it. I mean, like when it shows that Mike Rogers goes back by himself,
right.
that's not true.
Okay. So-
We all got back in the truck and went and looked for Travis.
Ah. Okay. So you guys were driving out of the area. You guys all he turned around the truck and you guys went back?
Well, after Travis got zapped, Mike took off, and we stopped down the road. And in the movie, it shows that Mike kicks us all out of the truck and
Right.
goes back and looking for him by himself. That's not true. We all talked about it, and none of us is going to stay there by yourself anyway. So we
Right.
all got back in the truck and went back and looked for him.
Right on. And you guys got back there and
you know, I always thought like I wouldn't have got in the truck by myself and went back. You couldn't have even. You would have had. I mean,
Right.
there wouldn't have been enough money to make me get in the
Would
truck
you
and
stay
go
in
back.
the woods all by yourself, waiting for them to come back?
that's
I'd be
crazy,
like-
man. That's absolutely nuts.
I would have like been making everybody get in the truck to go with me.
Right.
You know, or I ain't going.
Exactly. Okay, so the UFO. Now, I'm going to answer some. I'm asking you these questions because I don't remember what I asked you the last time you were on. But the UFO itself,
what did it look like?
What did it look
Yeah,
like?
yeah.
Was it like in the movie how they designed it, or was it totally
No,
different?
it was like two cake pans on top of each other. That's how the
what?
shape it was.
Cake
And then it
pans.
had window frames in it, you know. And
Wow. Could you see anybody
you
inside?
couldn't see nobody on the other side of the window frame.
Oh.
Okay, so you're saying
The
that
first thing, it wasn't even moving. It was just hovering in the air.
so you're saying then it actually looked like a freaking flying saucer, right? I mean, all of these stories, all of the stories that we get, right? And when I mean flying saucers is two plates together. I mean, right? I mean,
Yeah.
I mean that's
Yeah.
what a flying saucer looks like. So and this had windows on it. Now, why didn't they actually design or put? I mean, make a UFO like that? I mean, was it maybe because it was too generic looking?
Or, I don't know.
Just
I don't know.
yeah. Well, I know,
Yeah, it's generic looking.
you weren't the producers, the directors. Obviously, you have nothing to do with this, but I think they just wanted to make it more eerie, more spooky, and then that's what they designed.
Oh, in the movie?
Yeah.
They were just trying to make it scary.
Right.
That's all.
Oh yeah.
They were just trying to get some people in there to buy tickets.
Right. Well, they got me in there. All right, now check it out. When
But the Flash itself,
that's what I was going
when
to
he
say.
was zapped,
Right.
I was disappointed in that in the movie.
Really?
Because in real life, it just lit up the whole sky.
Wow.
I mean, you could feel the heat coming across your face.
Wow.
So I mean,
Yeah.
wow.
Maybe they couldn't even, like, it was so good, maybe they couldn't really do it.
So
You know what I
okay,
mean?
so was it like a laser beam or more just a light then? Just
Maybe both.
Yeah.
It just lit up. The whole sky just lit up.
Sounds like lightning, kind of like.
now when it's
No, it wasn't lightning.
no.
No.
When it zapped him, did it actually throw him back or did it just drop him right there?
It knocked him back about a good 15, 20 feet. It
Man.
didn't pick him up in the air and throw him up, like it shows in the movie. The greenish blue light when it came out and hit him, and when it hit him, he flew back about a good 15, 20 feet, and then he hit the ground, then he kind of bounced, and that's when I said they got him. As soon as I said they got him, Mike took off, and that's when we went down the road.
Wow. Now, the lie detector test. All you guys passed, man, twice, right?
I took it at once and passed it when the 5 days that he was gone. Everybody in town thought we killed him,
Right.
and so they were going to make us take a polygraph test, and they hauled us to Holbrook, and there was all kinds of people there, and they thought we killed him. The cop thought Gillespie thought we killed him, and they argued for a little while, and then they came up to me and told me that they wanted me to take it first, because I was scared too, man. I thought I was going to flunk it just because how scared I was.
Right. Now, were you the youngest one of the group?
Yeah.
Okay,
I
so-
was the kid. I'm the kid in the movie.
So that's why maybe they chose you because they thought that you were going to crack under pressure.
Right.
Yeah, they figured I would crack. I would lose it, and
Right.
they were expecting something totally different.
Oh sure. I mean, come on. When you have 7 guys say that your friend got abducted, or 6 guys,
Really?
then obviously they're gonna get you guys on a lie. I mean,
Yeah, you guys are smoking the crack.
yeah, smoking
for
the crack. Chuli reservation
I
drink.
don't think they had crack in the 70s.
Okay, so all right. Well, you know what?
You had the good stuff back then.
All right. We're not. This is not a drug show. Okay. All right. Now, obviously, 40 years has passed. Now, when we talked a couple of days ago about you coming on, everything was cool, and you decided just to let's talk about the movie. So, is there anything else that you want to talk about? Because I know there's a lot of stuff going on in your life. And last time we were talking on the air, something happened and you had to end the call abruptly. Do you want to go into that at all, or?
No, but I apologize for that. That was something that I couldn't handle, being on the phone, so right. I do apologize for that.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Well, I know why, but you don't want to let anybody else know the reason.
No, not really.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, I know, like, just being at even though it's been 40 years, just being there and experiencing everything like that, and being accused of murder and all this kind of stuff, traumatic enough.
Right.
Really,
it is.
I mean, that's traumatic. That would blow.
Well,
a couple of
everybody's life changed after that incident.
Yeah.
And
well, tell me about it.
Yeah.
I had a guy named Philip Class chase me all the way to the countryside for 2 or 3 years, trying to tell me that this is a hoax. Come on, try to get me convinced to say it was a hoax.
So that police officer in the movie, he followed you for that long?
No, it wasn't a police officer.
Oh, yeah.
It was another guy.
Another guy.
Yeah.
And I guess he was like put up to it. And he was.
Oh, that's right.
He was put up to it, and because he didn't believe
well,
anything.
The cop in the movie, he's playing like 4 different people.
Right. Yeah. Confusing, huh? Yeah.
Well, he made the movie, Maverick. What's his real name? He died.
Rockford Files, dude.
Yeah.
James Garner.
James Garner. There you go.
He made the movie, I think.
Yeah, he was good. He was good. Dallas was good too, I have to admit. Now, all right, let's okay. So 40 years have passed. Okay. The movie has come and gone. This movie, Steve, it's a classic, man. It's a cult classic for us UFO guys. It is.
Well, it would be even classier if it had my real name in there.
So what are you saying? They left their name out for a reason?
Travis said they couldn't find me, but I don't know. Kenny Peterson backed out of it. He didn't want to be involved in it, so why pay if nobody else wants to? I don't know. I wasn't there, so I couldn't tell you exactly what happened.
Huh. So we're talking Fire in the Sky, the original movie, right?
Yeah, I didn't know they even made a movie until I was driving long haul, and I was out in Barstow, California, weighing my wagon and getting fuel and ready to take off to New Orleans. And I go inside the truck stop and pay for my fuel, and I went to the restroom, and on the way back out, I went to the TV room to see if anybody was going to drive for the rest of the night, and there was Travis on HBO talking about the movie Fire in the Sky. That's how I knew.
Wow. So they did all this.
Like the chat, somebody in the chat, they want to know if you suffered like PTSD from the actual incident. Cause
I don't
know. That's the.
How do you know when you have it?
See, that's a good question. I would think you probably did. You probably suffer something that would stick with you forever after. You know what I mean? Like certain things would make you jumpy.
Well, now, see, that's where I wanted to go, but I don't think you want to go there, Steve, do you? Or, can't we just talk a little bit? After that incident,
the chat's way behind him. I
don't know about all the other guys, but, your life changed, Steve, after this. Right? And what I mean by that is that, things started happening, right?
Yeah, a few years later, I started driving truck, I've seen a few. I've seen a few before. Before this even happened, we lived out in Snowflake, out at the where we didn't have no electricity and no running water. So when it got dark out there, it got really dark, and we used to fly. We used to watch them fly along the side of a mountain there. But I've seen them before, and I've seen them after.
Okay. Now, my next question is, do you think it was there for you?
See, I always
Just
thought
me
that.
what?
Like if
you.
it was not for after Travis.
Right. Well, Travis
Yeah.
just got out because he got out. He was just because he was interested. You know,
He
was
was like show off.
he was a guy on crack.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, it was.
I believe once you start seeing them, you'll see them for the rest of your life.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. And
That's our experience.
Right.
Like we talk to a lot of people that have been abducted, and usually it's a lifetime.
right.
And that's something that you don't hear Travis talk about. It's a one-time shot, and he knows all this stuff from that 5 days, pretty much.
I mean, we don't. I mean, we don't know to this day if Travis is still being abducted.
Yeah, no, he hasn't said.
Okay, so, I felt
Travis wouldn't tell you one way or the other.
okay, he's pretty
Besides,
quiet.
that's something you would have to ask Travis.
Right. I mean, I've never interviewed him. I haven't had the opportunity. Maybe one of these days I will. But he seems to be a very quiet person. Very, very quiet. And,
I can get him going. Hey, Travis is a good man. I don't agree with a couple things, but this really happened. And, Travis did get zapped by a UFO. I don't know where he went for the 5 days. I wasn't there, but I can guarantee you that he did get zapped, because that was the most awesomest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Wow.
That would be pretty awesome.
Yeah, it would.
It would be even more awesome because it was him. You know what I mean? And if I was in the truck, it'd be like,
turn up the voltage a little
like,
bit.
dude, that was bad. I'm just glad
Do
it
it
wasn't
again.
me. Yeah.
Dumbass, see what happens when you got out of the car. But
I would have freaked out whenever he came back, though. I could imagine how all you guys were like, "Oh my God, he was back." It would be like seeing a ghost.
Yeah, but when we took off, when we got out of the truck, we saw it take off, so we weren't really all that scared anymore. We knew it was gone.
Oh,
So when we went back to look for Travis, that's when we really got scared. We couldn't find him, and that's when we was. What we do now? Do we call the cops? I didn't want to call the cops. Alan Dallas didn't want to call the cops, and so John Goulet and Kenny Peterson, man, this would be the best thing to do. We need to turn this in before, So we went to the nearest town, that was Heber, and there was a phone substation, and they had two phones hanging on it, and Kenny got out, and he called, and he didn't tell them what happened. He just said he had a missing person. And then we went to a little bit farther in the town where the cops could find us, and we sat there and waited for them until they showed up.
Okay. Now,
when Travis showed up, like all of a sudden he's back, right?
Right.
Yeah,
Like,
I
what
didn't
in
see
the
Travis
world?
for a while.
Just the idea.
The day he was back, I was gone all that day hiding, and I got home that night. My mom said somebody came by and said Travis is in a Tucson hospital, but he wasn't even in the hospital.
What do you
He
mean?
was somewhere else. I'm not sure, but everybody I talked to, everybody thought he was in the Tucson hospital.
So
And then I didn't see him for a week or two, maybe 3 weeks later.
So, so when you're saying that he wasn't in the Tucson hospital, where do you think he was at then? Did the government?
I think it was with his brother was hiding him out somewhere.
Oh,
Man, could you imagine? Everybody would be after him.
dude, I'm
For
sure.
Yeah.
the story.
Yeah.
Just like they were after you. I mean, they're wanting
I'm
you
pretty
to.
sure he had a brother that lived in the valley, in
Yeah.
Phoenix Mesa, somewhere down there, and his brother took him down there. But everybody thought he was at the hospital in Tucson. I guess the hospitals in Tucson got a lot of phone calls that week.
I bet.
Wow. Okay. Well, you know what? All right. So, obviously that, I believe, I really believe that incident happened. I mean, come on.
I always did.
I always did. I mean, all you guys, you guys passed the lie detector test for one thing. All right.
Well, even the fourth question on the lighter, everybody says, well, the reason you passed the polygraph test because it says, did you kill Travis? And Travis wasn't dead. So, of course, you passed the polygraph test. But if you go to line 4, question 4, it says, did you actually see a UFO? And we all passed it, except for Alan Dallas. His came inclusive. But he took one around 93 and passed it. So he did pass one.
Okay.
So every one of us has passed at least one polygraph test that really happened.
Right. And one of those questions was, did you guys actually see a UFO? And you guys all said yes.
And we all passed it.
Wow. I mean, how can you not object to that? I mean, that is, that says yes. I mean, now when they said, did you actually see a UFO? That's the exact wording, UFO, flying saucer? Did they even say aliens or anything like that on the questions?
Well, on the questions that I have, it says UFO.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
I have the question somewhere.
Right on. Okay.
I have the original copies.
Wow.
Wow, that's cool.
That's cool. All right. Okay. Well, like I said, you have seen flying, or I'm going to say UFOs, unidentified flying objects before this incident, and you've been seeing them after now as well. How?
Every once in a while, ain't like I see them every day.
Right. Well, no. Yeah. Now, I don't want to push anything on you because we talked a little bit, and you don't want to only talk about certain subjects, right, or certain things. How far do you want to talk when it comes to seeing UFOs after the fact?
Well, just ask me the question, and if I avoid it, I don't want to answer it.
Okay, just say.
Sounds good.
Just say pass. just say pass, Jeff. You're on crack. All right. Are you being visited to this day?
I haven't for a while. Last time we'd seen one was a couple months ago.
Okay. Now, have you?
When me and my wife first got together last year,
Right.
we'd see them every night. They'd fly, freak my wife out. Ah!
She hit you. She hit you, right?
What do you think these things? Do you think they're really from another place, or do you think they've been here? Like, are they
Okay,
good or are they bad?
Have you actually seen them?
What?
I want to say aliens.
Yeah, I don't know if they're aliens. you
Well,
know.
no, come on, seriously, man. Well, that's telling me, yeah, there's a good possibility you have. Now, okay, well, okay, let me I'm going to pretend like I'm a cop and I'm going to answer these questions. All right. Are they what you have witnessed while you have been abducted? You have seen my show. I don't know if you're watching my show right now, but there is an alien to the right of me. Okay. Be to the left of you. Did it look like that?
Yes and no.
Okay. Describe. I mean, what's the difference? Come on, man. Come on. I mean, you got. Okay, Steve, check it out, Steve.
Hey, Travis is having his 40th anniversary this year.
Right.
In Snowflake. It will be the 40th year.
Right.
So.
He changed the subject on me. He changed the subject on me.
Yeah, well, I like my
Okay.
question
Okay.
better.
No, well, okay, Steve, check this out, Steve. Everyone right now.
Like, what does he think they?
Well, no. Wait. Everyone right now who is watching and listening to this show around the world, it's here for a reason. It's because they are interested and they believe in this stuff. Yeah. Only a 1 or 2% of the people who are watching us are intrigued and they want to know more. We're here not to make fun of you. The reason why I started this, Steve, is because I know this stuff is real, man.
Yeah.
I don't care what people say about me.
I know they're real too.
Yeah.
I've been there, done that.
Exactly. And I can give a
But this is, I'm out of this after I deleted my Facebook, my Twitter, everything. So
right. And I know
after the show, it's goodbye for a while.
right. And I know your wife is freaking out because
know.
and because
How'd you know that?
because she just hit you, right? Yeah. Now
When we turn down the show, we can't hear what you're saying. now.
yeah.
I was saying because she hit you a little bit ago. That's why you went ow, right?
Oh. You knew that, huh?
Yeah, because
Hey, I have a great wife.
yeah, I can and you know what? Okay, check it out. When
Oh yeah, wait. Since we're talking about my wife,
What?
she wants to know about Bigfoot. Are you really that big of a believer?
Abso-freaking-lutely, dude.
Yeah.
You guys want to go with us?
Where would you go if you?
Right here, near our house. You want to come Bigfooting?
Yeah, she does.
Okay, then you both. We will invite both of you guys, and you guys are gonna come down to Fresno. I'll put you up, and we'll go Bigfooting. How's that?
Really?
Absolutely,
That'd
dude.
be awesome.
Okay.
I'm a believer too.
All right.
They had a baby one in Utah a couple summers ago. Did
Tell
you
you
hear
what,
about that one?
I tell you what. Christina, Thule Reservation. What if we bring Steve and his wife up to the reservation? And she's right now, and I'm on crack, so take a drink. Okay, so
I wouldn't do that. Not even joking about it.
what?
The crack thing.
Oh no.
No.
Well, no. Check this out. I don't know if you were listening before, but at the Thule Reservation, there's an Indian reservation in Porterville, California. They texted me over a message before we went on the air, and they're having a viewing party. And for some reason, I like to say I don't care if you think I'm on crack or not, but every time I say that, they have to take a drink at the viewing party. So that's why I'm saying that right now.
Yeah, so we're going to try to make him say that as many times tonight as we can.
But check it out, Steve. I tell you what, I don't think they would have a problem if you guys would come down. I think they would love to have you as a guest at the Thule Reservation.
And it wouldn't even matter, though. We have like
we have other spots.
We have 3 different places we could go, and it's off the hook. You know what I
Dude.
mean? When you go, you come out a knower, not
Yeah.
just a believer. You know
Right.
that they're there. You know? I mean, it's one of those
Well,
kind
so-
of things.
All right.
you know?
Okay. We'll like I said, we'll talk.
You know, a while ago when you was talking about the Mothman,
Right.
Yeah.
we were talking about that right before the show came on.
Why is that?
I don't. We just. I don't know. We're into all this stuff all over the United States. We go everywhere.
I
Sweet.
seen one over here.
Well,
It was either a Mothman or a half a Mothman or a Bigfoot Mothman. That's what I saw here.
Right.
The size of a Cessna
there's
flying
some,
around over
dude.
here.
There's some crazy stuff out there, Steve, and you know it as well. We live
Yeah.
in a world where if people only knew, and that's why the government is trying to keep all this hush hush, because if people knew the real stuff that's going on, they would freak.
Yep.
They would freak out.
I mean,
man.
that's why I asked him. I mean, I know he has experience
Right.
in the UFO world, right? And we don't have to talk about how much of it, but only what is your feeling on what are they?
See,
I think they're demon kind of things. I don't think they're here for any nice anything. I really don't.
I have to agree on the demon part there.
Yeah.
what makes you think that they're demons, though? I mean, what is it? Something that you felt, or when they had you, that you just knew right off the bat? I mean,
I don't know. Sometimes they just feel, like going to Skinwalker Ranch, man. That just
Yeah.
makes your hair pop up for some reason.
I never been there. I want to go there one day.
well, they win.
Yeah.
I remember you guys
Yeah.
put up some pictures on your Facebook wall, and you guys were
Yeah,
there.
I remember they were right by the gate. It's like that's almost. I don't even know if I would even get that close.
That's cool.
I can't run, so.
Well, see, I mean,
Yeah,
All you have to do is outrun me, and you guys are fine. Whatever's gonna get somebody, it's gonna get me.
right.
You guys are all right.
Well,
Just
see,
outrun me.
at least you're cool about this because you're willing to come down to go Bigfooting with us. So you guys are into it, and that's awesome. Even the stuff that's happened to you, Steve. that's cool that you're still into this stuff.
Yeah.
And
Well, I'll always be into it. I'm always looking up.
right,
Yeah.
exactly, man. You have to look up. You have to.
Did you see the show that where we interviewed the guys that were up here at a high mountain lake and got abducted, and the little alien dude left his handprint
on the hood of the truck.
on the truck on the hood.
Called 10-1102 is the
And
episode. But
where the weirdest thing, I had never seen one, in real life, but we did that interview and everything, and then I went in. I had to use the restroom. We do these 3-hour shows, and got to use the restroom afterwards. I go in the restroom, and he's got a stuffed alien in the shower, laying in there, and its hand was identical to the handprint on the truck.
Right.
And I was thinking, whoever made that stuffed alien had to have seen a real one.
Right.
Otherwise, they wouldn't have known to put the thumb coming out of the wrist.
The wrist. Yeah.
I
Exactly.
mean, and make it a triangle, the hand part. I mean, that right there tripped me out.
Now, on the in the movie In the Fire in the Sky. Now, I know that, you're telling me that the alien right next to me is sort of kinda, but not all. Doesn't look like what you've seen in real life.
I didn't see nothing with Travis.
No. I mean, what's going on with you now?
What's going on with me now?
Yeah.
Well,
you-
since Travis.
Yeah,
and,
because you said.
I'm looking
or
for
throughout your
skinwalkers.
life,
I've already done the UFO thing.
Oh, okay.
He's good.
Oh, watch this.
He's gonna make you look like you're smoking crack.
Watch this. How bad you want to go Bigfooting? No, just kidding.
Oh yeah, I want to go Bigfooting.
Okay, all right.
Just let us know when you want us down there.
Okay, all right.
I know you're not that far either, huh? Only one state away or
Hey,
something like that.
hey, how about if we film an episode for TV?
That's fine.
Cool.
Okay, all right,
Right on.
dude. That'd be awesome. Okay, well, we'll talk about that, and we'll get it all planned out.
Yeah, and then
sweet.
Christina's in chat and says, "Let's do it."
Okay, so we got permission
Cool.
from the Thule Reservation to bring down Mr. Stephen Pierce and his wife, and we're going to go Bigfooting on the Thule Reservation. And when we're there, we'll go gambling. What do you think?
I've never done that. So
Are you serious? Oh,
no.
okay.
I've gone through Vegas 100 times, through Nevada, and never stopped to gamble.
Well, you're a smart man then.
I'd rather buy a new pair of cowboy boots if I want to throw my bump money away.
Okay, no problem, dude. No problem. All right. Well, let's see.
I imagine my wife would like to do it. I don't know. You like to gamble? No, she don't like to either.
Okay,
Cool.
well, that's all right. We'll treat you there. They have a buffet and stuff, and we'll go munchies and all. Okay, so all right. Well, you know what? I still want to ask more questions. Is that all right?
Okay, go ahead.
All right. Now you mentioned to me that after you got married. Now, did you when you met your wife, your fiance, she obviously knew who you were and knew what happened to you. Didn't that scare the crap out of her?
At first it did. When she first saw them, it kind of scared her, but she's used to it now.
Really? Now, you told me that that you have found some markings on your body and her body, right?
No, not hers.
Oh, not hers. So
Not
okay,
her, yeah.
so it's yours and your daughter's.
Yeah, but we're not going to go there.
Okay.
I decided not to talk about that.
Okay. Damn it. Okay, so all right,
He's
so
trying, ain't he?
yeah, I'm trying. All right. Well, help me out, Alan.
Oh, I was.
Question. I want to go there, but I can't go there, so I'm trying to go around the tree there. But
Have you seen Travis's new movie?
no, I haven't. Have you?
I got a copy of it.
I didn't
They sent me a copy of it, but I haven't watched it yet.
Oh,
It took me from 1993 when the motion picture came out till 2010 to see Fire in the Sky. So
haven't
it might
even
take me
seen
a
it.
while to watch this.
you didn't see Fire in the Sky until 2010?
Yeah.
Wow. Why is that?
I try to block it out of my mind, even when I was on the road. But the night I saw him on HBO. I was a day and a half early for my load. I never stopped. I let that truck stop. That kept me wide awake.
Oh man!
Wow, I didn't know that. Man. That's interesting. Well, yeah, I mean,
I haven't even seen any of them yet.
What?
Yeah, I haven't watched.
Paranormal Witness does the best one on the Sci-Fi Channel.
Yeah.
It's on YouTube now, I think.
Now that's the one with you in it.
I
right?
haven't watched a lot of this stuff. I don't like watching myself, so I usually don't watch them.
Okay. But you did a Paranormal Witness episode, correct?
Yeah, we did one paranormal. It was season 2, episode 9, I think.
Okay. And
They did the best. I think of all the things I've heard and seen since this happened, they have done the best of everybody.
wow. Okay. Now, you've been hypnotized before, haven't you?
Yeah, they done that a couple times.
Now,
Ain't gonna do that no more either.
no? Okay. Now, did the Paranormal Witness, was it on that episode, or was it, how did you get hypnotized?
No, it was through somebody else.
Okay. So it wasn't a show or anything, it was just,
No,
Okay.
no. I did have a video out there about it, but I took that off. But somebody made a copy of it, so there's a copy of it out there.
is there? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Nothing's safe out there. You put something on YouTube, and I guess anybody can have it.
Yeah, that's what we're going through right now,
finding
man.
the same thing, man.
Yeah,
They're like copying our whole YouTube.
Yeah, people are
And then making a copy of it and putting all the videos up and then adding like 100 commercials on every one of them.
yes, they're stealing our show. They're making money out of it, basically,
Yeah.
what they're doing right now.
It's crazy.
Don't you just love people like that that just make money
Yeah.
off you?
I know. Tell you.
Yeah, but you know what one of the things you
At
got to
least
look
share
at.
it. You're gonna make some money off of us. At least share it.
What they
No
don't
comment
realize is they're just promoting us more.
Yeah, that's true.
So I mean, where we maybe wouldn't have been out there, they're putting us out there. So you in the long run you'll make money off it, or
Right.
or get more fame or whatever.
Right. But
you know.
in Steven's case, he's not making any money at all.
Well, I mean, neither are we,
Well,
but only like.
But he's not in it for the fame, though. You know what I'm saying? He can
Right.
care less
Well,
about that.
my first conference was 11/11/11,
Whoa.
and I did them for like 2 years to like 2013, and I don't know. I don't like doing that. I feel it feels weird being in front of all them people.
Right.
So I stopped doing that.
I mean, was the money good? I mean, it was extra cash, right?
No,
No?
they didn't pay no money.
Yeah.
Just like you get a motel room.
Yeah.
Wow.
A little bit of gas money and a meal, huh?
Right.
That's about it.
Now,
Just like you get some gas money, and you had to throw a sign on the way home to get back.
the last time we had you on, I actually purchased several of the books. You put a book out, and
No, I've never actually
Well-
written a book.
okay,
I have 2 of my kids' mothers have written books, and then I'm in 3 of Travis's books.
okay. So
So those are their books. When we
Yeah.
read one of them, it was good.
Right.
Pretty good.
it told and there's not much of them left out there at all.
No.
Are you thinking maybe possibly ever doing a book?
No, I wait until I'm dead. My daughter can write one.
Can I write one after you're dead?
I don't care.
I'll split it. I'll split it with your family. How's that? No.
I heard that before. Find this dotted line.
Don't worry. We'll get it notarized. I mean, come on. All right, Steve. You know what? That's pretty much where I want to go with this. I don't want to really
Well,
get in.
I like to say one thing though.
Sure.
Sure.
They are real. The story really happened. And just keep looking up.
Yeah.
If you don't see one, you'll see one day.
Yeah. And
And there's a reason why they're seeing them. I mean, to me, you could have 2 people standing there, and one can see it and the other one can't.
Really?
Yes.
Ah, man, I always, I don't know if you've heard of him. We did a show where the guy got burned, right? It was it was in the 70s, wasn't it? And
What are we talking about?
it was the policeman.
Manuel Apparano.
Yeah, and
Right.
the thing shot a beam at him and burned him.
Right.
But only later on, he had. It was like the thing we were talking about earlier. Like after you have an event, or something with them, then you have it like becomes a thing. Afterwards, where. Right. And then he had like more events after, but only sometimes like his camera, he could see it with his eyes, but his camera couldn't see it. Or his camera could see it, but he couldn't see it. And then sometimes he could see it, but only his wife next to him couldn't see it. And his grandkid that came after he got shot with this beam and burned him through his car, his grandkid turned into some kind of Einstein.
Dude, his grandkid was
like a little smart
unbelievable.
kid.
Right. And that's basically talking about the family, so I don't want to go there with your family. So, all right, Steve, I want to thank you very much for coming on, dude. This was awesome.
Hey, it's gonna be nice to meet you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Man.
No. What I just said is it's going to happen. You both are going to come down, and we're going to go to Thule, and we're going to go bigfooting. All right.
Yeah, man,
Right
we'll make
on.
a plan.
My wife would love that.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. No problem, dude. We will plan it here pretty soon. We'll have to talk with Christina and find out when we can do this.
Probably
and,
the spring. Probably the spring.
Well, you know how to get a hold of me.
Yep, absolutely. I do. So, okay.
Okay.
Steve, thank you very much, sir, and we'll
Man,
be talking
thank
to you
you.
soon. Okay.
Don't give my phone number out, nobody. That
I already put it
don't
on.
know.
I already put it on Facebook.
Hey, thank you for having me. We'll talk soon.
Absolutely, Steve.
Right
Thank
on,
you.
man.
Bye-bye.
See ya.
Later.
I got a character.
Yeah, he's really cool. I mean, really cool.
There's stuff that is going on with him that
Sure.
that I wanted to go into, but he doesn't want to. So we're just gonna leave it at
But,
that.
I mean,
but,
he's not the only one we know like that.
Right.
That we know several people that. I mean, some won't even say anything. I mean, they'll tell you, and it's all like, for your eyes and ears only. You can't talk about it.
Right.
And all it really does is verify all the other people that do talk about it.
Yeah.
As far as how I see it.
Right.
You
Yeah.
know.
I've been talking with Steve, not very much, but there's once you come in contact with them, then they're pretty much there.
That's almost everybody that we talk to.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
And it somehow
And it almost becomes a family affair too.
that's exactly what I was
Yeah.
going to say. It continues with your family. Whether they're not born yet, later on, then
Right.
with Manuel, the police officer, it happened with this family.
Yeah.
So, okay, well,
Same with the 10-11-02 guys.
yeah, they're still happening to this day.
Still.
Yeah, absolutely. So, all right. Well, that was cool. I hope you guys enjoyed that.
It makes me wonder, like, what if it was even before them? You know what I mean? And we just don't know because those people aren't around to ask the questions. And back then, even a little bit before, you might have been burned at the stake if you said, you saw something, or they came and, transported you through your roof.
Right.
Into a ship. They would say you're some kind of weird magician dude, and they would like burn you.
Right.
What if it was like generations, and these things, have
Even
been
so you're saying like even in his family before.
right? Exactly. And they might not even have a clue that it was happening, because they would never say a peep.
Right.
You know what I mean? As far as they know, they're the first one.
Back then in those days, you don't want to say that because they're going to think you're possessed or whatever.
Right.
You're out of your mind.
Yeah.
And then either you're going.
You wouldn't even
into-
tell your family members.
No.
You take that one to your grave.
Right.
But it could have been going on for generations, and I actually think it did. It does.
I think you're right.
Because if it goes by how it's going now, it follows the generations down. Why wouldn't it have went up?
Right. Yeah. Okay. I agree. I totally agree, because of all the people that we interview and talk to in person, so it's pretty much that's the way it goes. So, all right, let's continue on with since we were talking Bigfoot with Steve. Let's well, you know what? Okay, not Bigfoot per se, but let's go with the. So where are we at? We're at 7:09. At 7:30, we're gonna get a hold of Heidi. So I'm hoping that I can do this. It's gonna be really fast though. All right. Missing people, Fresno, California, the Sierra Mountains east of Fresno. I got a call last week, 2 weeks ago, last week. No, it's actually 9 days ago, to be exact. I got a text from David Pilates. He goes, "Hey, what do you know about this case, about this missing lady?" And I'm going, this is the first I've heard of it. And this was last Friday. Not this past Friday, but almost 10 days ago. And I didn't hear a peep about it. It was about that. We talked about her, Mayuki Hardwood, the Asian lady who went missing. Let me tell you a little bit about her. She is an avid hiker. Okay, she is not a rookie. She goes hiking all the time. This was the first time she was actually with the Sierra Club. They were with Sean. All right. Last Thursday, I think it was August the 9th. She goes missing from the group at 5 o'clock in the morning.
That's weird.
Okay.
That's weird.
Okay, for one thing, to stop right there. Who hikes at 5 o'clock in the morning? Nobody usually. Usually everybody's still asleep in the tent. Well, see, they were tenting. They were camping. They were sleeping. For some reason, she goes missing at 5 o'clock in the morning. All right. Take that. Okay, as a matter of fact, let me put up a photograph of her, because you guys all know that we talked about her last week. Okay. They just found her, guys, yesterday. Alive. 9 days out. They found her alive. Now,
that proves she's not, that she's not a rookie.
well, not necessarily.
I mean, if
well,
you get hurt and then you
Yeah. Okay. What I want to do is I am going to play you. Something from the press conference that Chief Dyer. Okay, hold on here. I am going to find it right here, and I'm gonna let you guys hear the audio of the newscast of ABC. Okay, guys. Here we go. I'm gonna let you listen to it. Here it goes.
A missing hiker is recovering in the hospital after surviving in Fresno County wilderness for 9 days. 62-year-old Mayuki Harwood of Folsom went missing after getting separated with a hiking group in a remote part of Fresno County. This is video of her arrival at Community Regional Medical Center today. Since August 20th, the Fresno County Sheriff's Office says they've spent thousands of hours searching for her. Search and rescue teams finally located her at 9 this morning.
She heard voices and she grabbed a whistle that she had with her and blew her whistle. And that alerted the rescuers on the ground to be able to find her.
Sheriff Margaret Mims says Harwood has broken bones but could not disclose the extent of her injuries. However, Sheriff Mims says Harwood is grateful that people were looking for her. Investigators are going to allow her to recover before interviewing her about the situation.
Broken bones?
Okay. Now,
bones, plural.
Check this out. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put up, somebody sent David Pilates. He found this interesting, just like how we are finding it interesting. And he did a map, and he sent it to David Pilates. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm just going to go full screen on this. All right. Okay. Hardwood, 62 years old, was found injured but alive in Fresno County Sheriff's Search and Rescue Team, 19 miles east of Courtright Reservoir around 9 a.m., Mims said. All right.
19 miles?
19 miles east of Courtright Reservoir. Now,
how many miles from Wishon?
It looks like it says here Courtright was right here. Hold on. Miles, Courtright Reservoir. Okay, Mayuki was found over here. East. Okay.
Okay, she got lost from Courtright?
I heard it was from Wishon, though.
That's what I thought. They're right next to each other.
Finally located near Courtright Reservoir. Miyuki found over here. Oh, okay. No, I take that back. Right in the middle is where she went lost from. Okay, right here at Horseshoe Head Lake is where they were camping.
She was on top of a mountain then.
But they found her 10 miles to the right. That's where they found her.
Okay, that
So
Horseshoe Lake,
Right.
that's on top of a mountain. In fact, you can walk around the top of it, the edge of it, and on one side of the lake and the top of the mountain, you could see Courtright.
Okay.
And then you could go around to the other side, and you could see Wishon.
Okay.
And, I mean, it's a steep hike. I've done it a few times.
Okay. Well, that's where she was at, right there at Horseshoe Lake. And they found her 10 miles away. Now, get this.
On the other side of Wishon.
Wherever...
Like she went around the lake.
Well, wherever I'm circling right there, I don't know if you can see that. So the hiker was stranded in the California wilderness in 9 days, survived on drinking water from a creek after crawling for 2 days with broken bones.
Right, and that site over there.
This is where they found her, right here.
Okay, that is like above the tree line, like boulder fields, rocks, and stuff like that. Like
on rock boulders
rocks.
and rocks.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what that is.
Okay.
That's actually like the top of the divide or whatever. You know,
Okay.
like,
Well, she. Now, did you get what the news anchor said? That she blew her whistle, and that's how the search and rescue found her. Why didn't she blow the whistle when she first got lost so that her group can hear her?
maybe she did, but 5 a.m, nobody would hear it.
Well, but
Or what if they?
but well, wait a minute though. So how did she go missing? If it was 5 a.m, did she go out to take a leak? Oh, go to the bathroom, or did something pick her up and take her?
That's a good question. Plus, where she went around of Wishon, there's people there usually. There's boaters and fishermen and campers around that lake, and there's people looking. And there's roads and everything.
But that's just it, though. Nobody was looking over here because she disappeared over here.
Right.
That's
exactly.
10 freaking miles.
Yeah. Usually they only search like a mile or two.
A mile or two, a radius.
Yeah.
She was 10 miles out of her area.
That puts her in the 411 book.
Okay.
Only she's alive, but it still puts
she's
her
alive.
there, you know.
What blows me away is that why didn't she... If she disappeared at 5 o'clock in the morning, right there, the reports she made separated about 5 a.m. Do people go usually the Sierra Club usually go hiking that early in the morning? No, everybody's still in their tents, right?
They may be like setting their alarm for that time, but they're not getting up. It's too dark.
Right. Okay. So you guys take that into consideration right there. She disappeared at 5 a.m. She was found 10 miles from her spot where she went missing. And they said she crawled for 2 days to get to this spot. Okay, as a avid hiker, as she was, how did she break whatever she broke? Okay, I've been up hiking, bigfooting. I'm not an avid hiker, but I'm smart enough not to break any bones, right? I mean, you're freaking in a cane sometimes, dude. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Well, I've actually was hiking with some friends, and we were like a mile from our car. I jumped over a creek and broke my ankle. And then I crawled to my car, even though everybody was there. They didn't believe me.
Right.
And they were laughing and everybody's drinking and everything. And so I crawled back to my car and drove myself to the hospital. But only, like, I didn't go. She had to hit. Okay. She didn't crawl 19 miles.
No, it's 10 miles.
She didn't even crawl 10 miles. Not in 2 days. I mean, you can't crawl that far.
Right.
If she crawled 2 football fields, I would be amazed.
Right. With broken bones.
In 2 days.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, she had one of those filter straws with her.
Oh, what a lucky thing.
So that's what she used. She crawled over to a creek and stood there and drank water from that filtered straw, and that's how she survived.
That probably kept her alive, yeah.
Okay, but For 9 days, she didn't have food. A 62-year-old lady like that is going to weigh probably 90 pounds.
Yeah.
She is not going to have any reserve fat on her from what I just saw right now. How in the heck?
You could live without food. And you could drink water and live. As long as you have water, though.
Okay, now, for those who get the Fresno Bee, if you guys want to read the full story, go to the Fresno Bee. It's actually on the front page, and it takes you to like page 9 or 10 to finish off the story.
So what I'm trying to figure this out. Okay, when did she break her?
Okay, right now we don't know that.
Like, was
nobody
she
knows.
Hiking around for 7 days and then broke her leg, and then 2 days she was like crawling around?
We don't know. They're not releasing that information. As a matter of fact, the first day or the second day, she refused to talk to the media.
I have a feeling that it is exactly what we think it is.
It's either Bigfoot or abduction.
Right.
Well, abduction, period.
Like the Travis Walton kind, where she gets taken out of her tent and then dropped somewhere a few days later.
Right.
And she panics, not knowing where she is, and then slips and breaks a leg or something.
Or was running away from something.
Right.
And that's how she broke, whatever she broke. Because right now they're not releasing that information. They're saying broken bones, but they're not saying where.
Or maybe the UFO just dropped her. Instead of like landing and laying her down, just like boop, drop.
Now you guys have to understand, Courtright Reservoir is only 9 miles from where she disappeared. This is where the guys from 10/11/02 were abducted. The UFOs are spotted all over here.
Exactly, they were abducted from Courtright.
Right. Okay. All right. So, this was a very, very interesting. I mean, I actually, dang it, I didn't put it on there because it had a name. But on one of the, walls or the post from ABC, I believe the daughter of one of the guys, her dad was part of the rescue team. And he said to her, let me find it. Hold on, guys. I'm going to read it to you exactly.
Well, we know that they don't, when they start looking for people, they don't look past 5 miles.
Here it is.
5 miles is like way out.
Okay. He goes, my dad works for Fresno. Okay, this is what she put on the wall, on the post, on the comment on that particular post. Yeah, my dad works for Fresno County Search and Rescue, and they were positive that she was dead. We're also happy she's alive. They were positive. Because you don't go 9 days out.
Right, exactly.
You don't. That's absolutely impossible at this point. And 30-degree weather, probably up there, it's cold.
That's still, it's not that cold.
Not that
yet,
cold?
No.
But
it
no
would get
food,
to like 45 or 50.
Okay. Well, obviously no rain, no snow. So,
yeah.
But, so they were pretty much baffled. Totally baffled on this case. Right now, David Pilates is going, what? Okay, they're not
even
releasing.
Alive.
Now,
even
alive. Okay.
It's weird.
It is absolutely weird. 10 miles away from where she disappeared. It's over rocks, over boulders, through forests, over mountains, over creeks.
Around a lake.
All right? So it's like, what was she thinking if she was, if it was her?
We should have pulled up, we should have took a picture of Wishon and put that up.
Oh.
Because, I mean, this is real high, this is high mountain wilderness. And, looking at that map where you could see where there's no trees, you know what I mean? Like,
oh, yeah.
There's no trees. They should have been able to see her with a helicopter.
Oh no, but there's the forest fires going. There's a lot of smoke. That was messing them up right now, from what I understand.
I mean, there's some trees,
right?
But when you get a little ways up, where those things are pointing, there's no trees, just big boulders and
so
rocks.
It should have been easy then for them to see her. Then.
Yeah.
Okay. Well. Okay, so I'm throwing
I don't even
this.
See how she could be lost. She could look on,
see
that lake. You should be able to see the lake.
I didn't even think about that. There's no trees, so how could she get lost?
Right. I mean, you could be looking around and see the lake or a trail or people walking around or a Jeep. You can see the airplanes and stuff. I mean, come on.
Dude, I'm tripping right now. Okay.
I mean, this is a really wide open area up here.
Right. All right. So how many of you guys think that's pretty dang weird?
Yeah.
Okay, we're back on live stream. We apologize, but for some reason that map is something the higher-ups did not want you guys to look at because of the distance and the location, and they shut us down. So we are back up. And guess what? We're going to talk about another missing person. All right, 4 weeks ago, no, it's about a month ago, I told you about a missing lady, and that I told you that I possibly I saw her right here at the Vaughn's parking lot on Kings Canyon in Clovis. You know what? I'm pretty good with faces. All right, I'm pretty sure that was her, but they're saying it wasn't her. Okay, well, they found her. They found her car, and they found skeleton remains, and they have identified as her being the person that they found. What I want to do is let me go ahead and put up her picture, which is right here.
Yeah, I agree. Like somebody in chat, the truth will get you shut off, and it does get us shut off.
Okay.
They can't shut us totally down, but, they shut us off all the time.
Here we go. Now we're going to talk about Zelabelle Jane Friesen. That's how you say her name.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Search for a missing Fresno woman appears to be over. Firefighters found human remains Sunday in a remote area of Fresno County, which are believed to be Zelabelle Jane Friesen. The 81-year-old disappeared more than a month ago. Action News anchor Sarah Sandrick is live in the newsroom with what her family is now saying about the somber discovery. Sarah?
Well, Liz, investigators say they found Friesen's driver's license, shoes, and SUV in the area where the skeletal remains were located, but there are still many questions about exactly what happened. Jane Friesen's children say she had a passion for exploring, from Alaska to the Sierra.
Mom, she loved to go out and drive and be in nature.
But it appears her hobby took a tragic turn in the Fresno County foothills. A fire crew assigned to the rough fire found Friesen's Ford Escape on a rugged federal road in the area of Trimmer Springs and Big Creek near Pine Flat Lake on Sunday.
It was determined.
Okay, listen to what Chief Dyer says right now at the press conference.
Why is he doing it? Because that's not even his jurisdiction.
Well, because she got lost down here, missing person case down here. They were all looking for her, the sheriffs and the police, because they last spotted her at Chestnut and Kings Canyon was the last place they spotted her. So the missing report came from there. But they were searching
really
for
the
her.
sheriff should be the one talking about this.
But they were on it first, though. Okay.
So
okay, well,
it's not their jurisdiction.
Okay, well, listen to what they found and what they didn't find. Here we go.
That approximately half mile north of where the vehicle was on that road, also on this federal road, were skeletal remains, believed that to be of Jane Friesen.
Chief Jerry Dyer says deputies and police detectives responded and also discovered Friesen's wallet, driver's license, and shoes in the area, but no other clothing.
There is a potential that, based on what we have found, since there are only skeletal remains and no clothing, that there is a possibility that there was some sort of an animal attack.
Friesen was last seen buying gas at Kings County and Chestnut on July 20.
Did you hear what he just said? No clothing was found at all around this body. But he says no foul play.
First.
Watch.
Authorities say she did not bring blood pressure medication with her, which could have also caused a medical problem in the high altitude. At this point, they do not suspect foul play was involved, but the investigation is ongoing.
We've been praying for answers, and we got a few answers, but it opened up a whole nother world of questions.
Then where did the clothes go?
And it's pretty certain that not all of the questions
that
will
makes
get
her
answered.
411 material.
The Fresno County Sheriff's Office is now leading the investigation into the remains and other evidence found this weekend. Tomorrow, a forensic pathologist and anthropologist will both examine the bones to learn more about the victim and cause of death. DNA samples will also be used to confirm the identity. Live in the newsroom, Sarah Sandrick, ABC 30 Action News.
Okay. No clothing of her was found, you guys. Did you guys hear that?
Yeah, but the shoes. Is it always the shoes are missing and the clothes are there usually? Is that what it is?
But this way it's opposite. Okay, and they said no foul play. So how can you
know?
Wait. How can you not distinguish right off the bat if there's no clothes there? There's got to be foul play. Somebody else is. Where'd they go? Do you think a bear came and decided to try on the pants and the shirt and take off?
Well, they would. Okay, now, if it was like a bear attack, like they say,
right?
The clothes would be right there, all mangled,
ripped up.
Yeah,
right.
But they wouldn't be. The bear didn't drag. It isn't food to a bear,
right.
So they're not going to drag the pants and everything off. Right. It'll be right there, mangled.
Right. But they're staying right there, and you heard it. No clothing were found.
See, that's more like, okay, they said they found the wallet and everything else. If somebody would have did a rape kind of thing on her,
they would have taken all that.
They would have took that.
Right.
You know, and at least filled their gas tank up or something. Okay. It's more like an abduction again or a Bigfoot again.
Right.
Like, what I want to know is, okay, and he said a federal road. That means she was on BLM land.
Ooh.
There's not a lot of BLM land around there.
Okay.
It's mostly state land.
So it's right near Pine Flat Reservoir then. Right?
Yeah,
Trimmer?
Trimmer, and usually there's not bears that low either.
No, there isn't.
But there has been
because of the drought and the fire.
Right.
Right.
But at the same time, I have friends that I know quite a few people that seen white Bigfoot right there a lot of times over the last 15 years, and a big giant brown one that jumped right in the fire.
Now, let's
right by there.
I got something was posted on Facebook. Actually, it was posted on my wall, and I took a snapshot, and actually the guy called me. Barry Armstrong, a friend of mine from school, called him and said, "You need to call Jeff. I guess he knows a family who lives right at Pine Flat Reservoir."
Yeah, his dad used to be police chief or something like that.
Barry Armstrong?
Yeah.
Okay. So something happened to a pet goat.
Oh, that's right.
Okay.
Right by there.
Right by there. Let me show you the picture of the goat, you guys.
Is it in the same time frame?
Same time frame.
See, now I saw the goat, but I didn't know that it was in the same time frame.
Okay. I wrote down the goat happened August 11th, 12th, and 13th. As a matter of fact, he said that happened right around the Perseus meteor shower. The exact night it happened is when this goat thing occurred. Now,
yeah, keep an eye on our feed and.
Well, I can't.
Everybody's saying we might get knocked off again, and they are right. We might.
So okay, I'm gonna leave that up right there. So okay, so now, people were second guessing, and oh, this was done by an animal, this was done by a cougar or whatever. But this was a pet goat. It wasn't roaming around in the pastures. This was tied either to a tree, I believe, right near the house. Right near the house. Nighttime, it was alive. The morning came around, they found this. This was right near Pine Flat Reservoir where the lady was found. Okay, I'm just telling you guys, I'm showing you guys.
And that was tied to a tree.
Tied to a tree. Okay, so, and they didn't hear it scream. They didn't hear nothing. It was alive the night before. The next morning, they found it like this.
That's weird.
Now, they also said there was no blood and there was no guts or anything around the body. That's the way they found it. Now, you are a mountain man.
Yeah.
You know if an animal gets, attacked by, let's say, a mountain lion or a bear, there's going to be blood everywhere.
Well,
right?
First of all, the animals will kill another animal by the neck.
By the neck.
And there is screaming. Lots of screaming. Okay. Even if they kill a deer or something.
Right.
That deer will it'll scream until it's dead.
Right.
If it can.
Right.
And then they don't usually go right there. They rip the guts out from the bottom out, gutting it from the stomach area out. They don't come from the back like that.
All right.
And if a human does it, No.
If a human wanted the goat, he would have taken the goat.
Yeah, or they would have just took the back half of it.
Okay, yeah,
where all the meat is. Right?
They would have just muffled the goat,
and
they would have
be
taken
guts
the goat.
and everything laying there.
Yeah, no, that's the way they found it. There was no bloodstream, nothing.
That's weird.
All right, now, could a Bigfoot have done this? A Bigfoot, I think, is like an animal. If it kills something out, there's going to be remains and blood everywhere.
Blood everywhere. It's more like a UFO.
A UFO mutilation type of thing going on here.
And that could be the same thing for the lady.
No clothes. All right. This happened near Pine Flat Reservoir, where the lady was found, skeleton remains of her with no clothes.
Yeah, I've got lots of reports of UFOs around Pine Flat.
Oh yeah, you bet. I have too. You
bet. Bigfoots. Crazy.
Okay, now you guys know why I started investigating this paranormal stuff 13 years ago, and why it started this show, because of this crap right here, what you guys are witnessing. This is the stuff that's going on down here. And the reason why we are now getting wind of it is because people who are watching us, who know us, are sending me this information, this picture, okay?
Otherwise, you wouldn't have seen it. This didn't go to the news.
No, this wasn't in the news.
Right.
Now, I told him to ask the owners of the pet, if they heard anything, or can you please call me so we can, because they want to know what killed their pet goat. But they haven't called me back. So maybe they don't want any piece of it. But this is the stuff that's happening east of Fresno. All right? There are missing people happening all the time. The only reason why we are finding out about it now is because we are talking about it. So what the hell did this? Did somebody drive up there? Rick was going, a Hmong family stopped and they took out the guts and stole the guts and took the guts, and that's what they did. Rick.
Yeah, but it still would have made a mess.
Yeah, it would have made a mess.
I mean, they do, even the Mexicans like blood, what they call it, blood pudding and tripe and stuff like that.
Check it out. You know what? I didn't realize this. Check it out. You see there is the part of the leash, I guess, or the rope I was tied to. Check this out. Here it is right here. What's left of it. I guess it was. Isn't that it?
I can't see that good.
Yeah, it is. That's it. You guys see that right now? I'm going like this. That's the red. It goes like this. It goes like this.
Well, you mean inside of it?
No. Right here on the grass. That's part of. It's what it was tied to, I think. But it's cut. Well, anyways, that I just noticed that right now. You guys want to zoom in on the actual hole itself?
I wonder what it is that's on its back. It's like looks like some of its feed, alfalfa or something like that.
Just grass, yeah. Pretty gross, huh, guys?
Oh, I see what you're talking about.
This right here?
Yeah, it's the rope.
It's the rope itself.
It's wrapped around its back leg even. You see that?
Maybe it was just tangled.
Yeah, but it wouldn't have tangled itself to that.
No. Okay, well, there you go. Hope I made you guys sick. Time for dinner.
It doesn't look like, now that we're all in, it looks like maybe something with teeth marks maybe would have done
but
that.
That's a pretty nice circle, don't you think?
Kinda, yeah.
I just don't see, leftovers. I don't. All over. They said there was no leftovers. Okay, we need to get a hold of Heidi. All right, let's get a hold of Heidi.
Yeah, Heidi's in chat. Hi, Heidi. Let me go back to where I can see chat. Okay,
let's get a hold of Heidi. Let me go to my... Yeah, so that's the stuff that's happening here, you guys. I don't know what to tell you, but this is... this stuff is throwing me for a loop.
Yeah.
It is.
That one right there is... I mean, that's almost like a solid... The only thing that would make it different than a cattle mutilation or other mutilations, usually they have an eye missing, the tongue missing, and the anus missing, and the sexual reproduction organs missing. But other than that, it looks like that.
Heidi time.
Good evening, gentlemen.
Hi, Heidi.
Hey, how's it going?
Good.
Pretty good, yeah.
Wonderful. That picture is disgusting.
Yes. Good. I hope you're having dinner when you saw that.
Ugh, no coffee.
It is disgusting.
So
that's just nasty. I mean, the poor little goat. I can't even imagine what
he had to be on crack to put that up.
Yeah, I'm not on crack.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go. But
I mean, did flies or anything even try to come near it? I mean, I heard that was mutilated animals that.
That's a good
stay
question.
Away.
Yeah, I don't know. They have not contacted me back, so maybe they don't want me to even go up there to investigate. I asked the guy.
I didn't see any on it.
No, I didn't either.
Usually they would be.
I would have loved to taken my Geico counter.
Oh,
right.
Because I have one. So, all right. Well.
You know what? Speaking of which, I this is so funny. I just came across. I think I told you guys about my alien encounter where they were going through a picture album of mine, of aliens that I'd seen, and I just came across the picture album the other day.
Really? The one where the one turned into your nephew?
Yes.
Whoa.
There's a picture in there and everything of my nephew. So I wonder if there's something lingering on it.
It really could be. That's interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm curious. I'm like, ooh, but I've touched it so many times now over the years. I'm like, there's no alien prints, I'm sure, but who knows? Maybe there's some goop on there I don't know about.
Dude, yeah.
DNA.
How many times have you actually picked up that book though and looked at it and stuff again?
Not a ton. Not a ton. It's a small little photo album.
It's
somebody that like Mickey, with the dust or the printing, the handprint, dust fingerprint type of deal, could probably pull something out of that.
Yeah, but what about like your Geiger counter?
Yeah. That's what I was wondering.
You're not going to find DNA. It would be degraded.
Right.
Maybe the fingerprints will be smudged, but only there might be leftover radiation.
Well, keep touching it, and if you start glowing, then.
My goodness.
Thanks, Jeff.
Hey, that I wasn't on with you guys last week, but the week prior we were talking about the spinoff of X-Files, Millennium, and the agent Emma Hollis. I sent you the picture.
Right.
How freaky was that picture?
That was awesome.
That
was awesome. That was freaking.
So much like me. I'm like, what happened here?
I'm thinking that. Because you shot a pilot a while back with some other people for a TV show. I wonder if anybody in that, and who's ever part of that was shooting that, is involved in the Millennium.
Well, but Millennium came before I did the show. So, but I was speaking out on the topic of aliens and UFOs at the time. So, I mean, it was so surreal.
It was.
It was really surreal. It's just.
I even responded back and said, "Whoa," because that's a trip. It's a trip. I mean,
it is, and it's like, and then the character had my dad's name. Her dad had my dad's name. It was just so like, what is happening? And for my friends to just get done saying, "Oh, well, she looks just like you, Heidi," and then Agent Hollis. I just felt like I just don't know. I felt ripped off somehow.
Yeah, you need to get royalty somehow. Get a lawyer. Get a lawyer.
Yeah. My goodness.
All right, everybody, Heidi, tell everybody who you are and what you do and all that kind of good stuff.
Well, I love and live for this stuff. So I always say I'm someone who has been there, seen that, experienced it, freaked out, found some answers, wrote about it, got over it. And now I'm hoping to help others understand this crazy, crazy world of ours. And I really, really love to get your guys' emails, stories, drawings about anything out of the ordinary. Send them to me at oddadvicehh@gmail.com, and I will present them on the show for everybody to see and for us to chit-chat on it. So, Oh, and also check out my main website, which is HeidiHollis.com. So,
okay, we got some breaking news coming over the wire right now. Let me pull it up. But I think I just saw Wes Craven, the director, has just died.
No.
Yes.
Yeah, I saw that too. And one of our guys, Zek Furlong, in our chat, he just came home and he interrupted a
burglary.
Yeah, a home invasion. So he has to go. Yeah, right this minute. Breaking news.
Oh, jeez.
Dang, man. I hope everything's okay, bro.
Dude, hope he had a gun.
Yeah.
He said he was sitting on his gun, so
He was?
yeah.
Sweet.
Good thing, man. Blow their innards out.
That's right.
You know.
Then take pictures. I want to see him. So, yeah, Wes Craven dies at 76 years old. Just letting you guys know. Just over the news right now, over the wire. So, okay.
Wow.
All right. For all those who, if this is your first time, I'm going to be putting up some photographs that Heidi sent us. And if you are listening over at the Dark Matter Digital Network, artbell.com website, you can go to the homepage, and they are there, marked Heidi Hollis Report and today's date, so you can follow along with us if you wish. So right now, I am going to put up photograph number 1. And we are going to go
These are
ahead.
good ones too, Heidi.
All right,
Really
man.
good.
Got it up. Picture number 1.
This one had me. I had
All
to
right.
look and look at it again and
Yeah,
again.
it's freaky stuff. I just love digging this stuff up. It's really cool. And even though sometimes, hey, I'm not 100% in the know if some people have pulled a fast one and faked some of this stuff, but we do tend to find out the truth eventually. But this first one is really, it's just so cool. There's a video on this one, and this was filmed February of this year, and this was taken during a thunderstorm in Rio de Janeiro. And I just love this thing. I mean, if you watch the video, it's so quick. And I don't know what made this person, rewind to have another look. I think maybe they thought they saw something and went back, and lo and behold, here's this disc shape, and you could see like a trail.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say right now. I see that trail to the left of it.
Yeah, and supposedly this is not that rare of a thing to happen. A lot of people do tend to catch these sneaky UFOs following along in thunderstorms and in the clouds and whatnot. So, but this is just such a quick flash of lightning. And for this to be caught, it's just like, oops.
Right.
I love it. I love it. It's really a fantastic video to see, because you really don't catch it until this freeze frame is done for you.
Now, the video link is at the artbell.com website, correct?
Yes, it is.
Cool.
Yeah, it's very cool. And so now moving on to picture number 2. All right. This, I know I'm not going to pronounce this right, but this is a black UFO in the shape of a icosahedron, some ICOSAHEDRON shape over Colombia. This was filmed December 31st, 2014. And the video is also linked there on the site. And if you go to picture number 3, you'll get a closer shot of this odd black object, and it's just kind of drifting downwards in the video. And to show what the shape of this thing is, if you go to picture number 4, to show what a icosahedron is, it's really kind of a unique shape, something that I personally have never heard of before. But in the same video that's also posted, they show on picture number 5 a similar UFO that was sighted in Mexico. I could not find a date on when the similar UFO sighting was shown, but if you look at picture number 5, it really gives a good look at the shape of the similar looking UFO going through the sky. Now, because it's such a rare and odd thing to see. I mean, I don't know. Is it a balloon? I don't think so.
It looks like
the first one.
Yeah, it looks like one of those sea mines almost. Those water mines that you see in the ocean back in the days.
That's so true. The old-fashioned ones.
The old-fashioned ones. Yeah, the ones like on Gilligan's Island. That one. Remember that episode?
Yes.
That was a good one. I'm thinking about that right now.
My mind totally went there.
Oh my God! The necklace is magnetized, and then all of a sudden, all the jewelry.
Yeah.
Oh my God! We're both old, Heidi. How come you remember it and I remember it? Oh my God!
You know what? There's something called Me TV. I love that. It was the old TV shows,
right.
So I love it. Love it.
Yes, I'm that old. You guys, shut up.
I Dream of Jeannie, all of them. I love all those
people
shows.
out there going, Gilligan's Island? What is that? Yeah, whatever. All right.
Oh, my goodness. Okay, moving on to picture picture number 6.
And we're the ones that do the 3-hour tour every week.
Really?
We're lost.
Oh my gosh.
Oh goodness. So picture number 6, there's a video for this one as well. This is interesting. Okay, there are 2 UFOs that I have a picture here, a still of just the one. It's really hard to see, but if you watch the video, you'll be able to see it a bit clearer. And the interesting part is here's these 2 aircraft starting these chemtrails, and so at the beginning of the chemtrails, there's a craft that the witness pans over to, and it's like there's a UFO at the beginning of the chemtrails, and there's a UFO at the end of the chemtrails, you know, kind of almost as if they're monitoring what's going on. And this was filmed January 6th of this year, okay? It gets more interesting because when you go to the next set, the next photo, you'll see from another perspective in the same vicinity the 2 UFOs together on the same date, same time. So this is like the same event that's being filmed from 2 different perspectives. And this took place over Spain. Wow. That's January 6th of this year. So I didn't, it wasn't specified exactly what area of Spain.
Pretty recent.
Very cool. I mean, and they're kind of odd shaped. I mean, one of them kind of looks disc shaped, and the other one looks a little bit more boxy.
Yeah, the bottom one.
Yeah,
huh?
so it's really just kind of a, I don't know, just kind of a interesting sighting, and you know, those broad daylight sightings are pretty cool. Yeah. I mean, that had to be something to see, and then have a second set of video.
Right.
Photographs show up. Actually, the second set are just photographs. The first one was video.
Got it.
But they're both on the same link. Check it out.
Got it. Awesome.
Pretty cool stuff.
Pretty cool.
Yeah. So I had. I think the last time I was on, I had this image I sent over to you guys. You gotta now pull up the evil baby picture, and I have a spooky story for you.
I am so gonna turn off the lights in here right now.
Yeah.
Okay. Turning off the lights. All right.
All right. So.
Handle it.
I love it. I love it. Oh, that thing looks so horrific. All right, here we go. Once upon a time. Now, this is a story that was posted online. And this person says, the story was told to me by my grandmother when I was a kid. My great-great-grandfather had gone out to spend part of an evening to partake in conversation and ale with his friends. A night out with the boys. The time came when it was time for him to start heading home. He was happily singing songs and riding on his horse and buggy that night when he encountered something laying in the middle of the crossroads. As he got closer, he noticed that this was a baby bundled up in blankets. He was outraged to think, who in the world would leave a newborn baby in the middle of the road like this? He decided to pick up the newborn baby and place it in the back of his buggy and take it home and report the incident to the proper authorities the next morning. So he continued his journey home. It wasn't until a little while later he heard a voice calling his name. He kind of was looking around and saw no one for miles around. There was nothing but farmland, some trees and bushes, not one single person. He continued his trip. Then he heard, Daddy.
Wait.
Daddy.
Do that again? Do it again?
Daddy. He blamed his hearing thing to the last brewski he had. Again he heard, Daddy. Daddy. Look at me, Daddy. Look at my little teeth. Well, by this time, he was a little spooked, and especially seeing that the horse was scared and nervous. He turned around, and to his horror, the baby had fangs and was laughing and smiling at him, while looking, saying, Look, Daddy, look, I have teeth. I'm getting the chills. This is what this person says. I'm getting the chills down my spine as I am typing this story. Strange because I am sitting next to the heater. Now back to the story. At this point, the horse was going crazy. He decided to pick this thing up and threw it off his buggy. It disappeared before it hit the ground.
What did the baby say again? Seriously, what did it say again?
Daddy, look at me, Daddy. Look at my little teeth.
Couldn't do it. Oh, sorry.
Okay,
right.
So it disappeared before it hit the ground. He was scared crapless and drove out of there as fast as his horse would go. He had heard that this part of the country was haunted, but he never believed it until that night. He claimed that he was met with a devil or demon. There was another story my grandmother told me. She and her parents were on the way to and from town during the day. They encountered a rather large black goat on the road. The weird thing about this goat was as soon as they approached it, the thing went on its hind legs and would not let them pass. My great-grandfather quickly took the whip and tried to scare it away. Everyone was in a panic. The goat ran off and disappeared, and as soon as my great-grandmother started praying, a lot of the townspeople claimed to have seen and heard weird things in that part of the road. I guess the moral of the story is don't drink and drive. How gross is that? That's it.
Man, it goes right with the goat, huh?
Isn't that nasty? That is so gross. I can't even imagine. It's like the first, it sounds like one of the first, what do you call it, black-eyed kids.
Yes,
yeah,
big time.
It is.
All right.
With fangs.
Now we're gonna have
All right,
now we're going to have nightmares.
What's that?
Now we're going to have nightmares. Thank you.
Sure, anytime. I've got one story here, an email, I should say, that somebody has sent in, so I'll read that real quickly.
Go for it.
Okay, this says, Dear Heidi, I guess my biggest question is, what is the Hat Man? For years, my brother and I thought we were the only people to see him, that a few years ago we came across all of the sightings online. I remember the first time I saw him, and it still terrifies me. I was about 11 and my brother was 7. Lived in a big house in the country. Jeff called for me to come into the formal dining room. He pointed to a dark shadow on the wall and said, "What is that?" I said, "It's just a shadow." This was during the daytime, and Jeff said, "I know it's a shadow, but what of?" He told me he was looking for what was making the shadow. So we touched it and walked back, looked at it from every light that came into the room, and nothing was casting this shadow. We both thought it looked like a tall man wearing a wide-brimmed hat. We had what if all these people wrote this badly? We were about 4 feet from it, and when it moved, the hand came up and waved. Oh, great. Then it just walked away and disappeared. It was messing with us. We've both seen him many times after that. I've quit looking for him because he creeps me out. Oh, my God. That's like something out of a movie.
Yeah.
To see a shadow on the wall. Can't figure out where it's coming, and then it moves and waves. That is disturbing.
That is cool, though.
Yeah. So this person, I mean, as far as the Hat Man, anything and everything you could think as being absolutely evil and rotten, good for nothing, that's the Hat Man. He loves to scare people who like to toy their heads, so I am not surprised that he would pull some crap like that because I've actually heard of such a thing before. So, icky stuff.
Cool stuff. Know that since we've been like talking about this Hat Man, I have never had so many people emailing me and sending me little snippets of stories of them and their Hat Man stories.
Oh, yeah.
And I didn't realize how, like, this guy gets around. I mean,
it's an epidemic.
Yeah, I mean, he really gets around. I mean, all over the place, like Portland and everywhere, really. I mean, he's in Australia, all around. I mean, he's everywhere.
Oh, feel free to forward him on over. I've had them in every corner of the earth, I think, sent to me. I mean, from the natives of Canada to Indonesia to Korea. I mean, just anywhere and everywhere. And it's just, they might know him by a different name, but he looks the same.
Yeah.
He does the same things.
It looks the same.
Crazy. Really crazy. And it's sad. It really angers me, to be honest.
Yeah. The same with me. I mean, I get upset because what's weird is out of, like, I think 50% of the stories that I get, the people are actually okay with them. You know, like they don't feel like he's threatening and they're comfortable. You know, I'm like, what? Serious?
Yeah.
Serious? Like, wait until you get uncomfortable, and then what do you do? You know, what are you gonna do then?
Oh, I only get a handful of those that say that. It's more like, I remember him. He still freaks me out to this day, even though I've seen him once. The ones that, like, well, he didn't scare me, so he's a good guy. You know, it's like, what? Oh,
Yeah.
You're the tough one, huh?
Yeah. There's a lot of tough people in my neck of the woods then.
Like Emerald.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
They'll stare down the guy with the glowing red eyes and the hat and the cape, you know, that's 8 feet tall shadow. Yeah, right.
Yeah, it's like, why did they take the time to write, to say, didn't scare me, you're wrong? You know, it's like, well, you know what? It's just because your experience reads that way doesn't mean that you know, others are leaning the other direction, aren't experiencing real phenomenon too. Like, it's almost like they're trying to discredit that, you know, people are just chickens out there. You know, and it's like, no, this is a horrific entity. Just because you weren't afraid when you seen him, you know, doesn't totally dismiss everybody else's experiences.
The most recent one that I got, and the guy was telling me, you know, how he was told he didn't know what to do about it. He's like a paranormal investigator, right? And he'd never experienced anything of these things, and he wasn't scared of it. And then he said his guide, you know, explained how to get rid of it. And then, you know, I thought, his guide, you know. So then I started. Luckily, the guy is puts his stuff out on the internet a little bit, and I figured, you know, I found out he got his messages from his guide from his Ouija board. I was like, oh man, you know, he doesn't even really know what he's messing with, really.
No.
So he might be letting all of them in.
It's like trying to put the fire out with a can of gasoline.
Yeah, exactly. You know, and I thought he should be scared, very, very, very scared. I was. In fact, I was like, oh man, I didn't even write back to him because he knows it all. So there wasn't really anything I could tell him.
Oh, yeah, I get some of those, too. It's like, you can learn a lot from me, Heidi, because I live with the Hat Man, and he's all warm and fuzzy, and I think you need to research some more. It's like, dude, I've been doing this since, 97 on the Hat Man and Shadow People, so it's been a bit longer than you.
Right.
In researching.
I can't believe how gullible the people are. Yeah. Like, they don't even, like, this is a whole nother dimension, you know, and they hear from somebody that had a good, I don't know, experience, and then they tap into it somehow, and then they get advice from this other realm, and then they take it like it's the gospel. You know, it's like, serious? Like I question everything, absolutely everything, just about. And
I got Steve Pierce just text me, let's go hunting for Bigfoot. Not even off the air yet, and he wants to go tomorrow.
You know, and I don't ever want to pose to know all the answers to absolutely everything out there. I'm always willing to learn, but, you know, I don't understand the ego that's out there when it comes to some of these topics. And,
oh, man.
People want to slam each other and fight, and I don't get it. I don't know.
That bothers
me.
Steve
Pierce is awesome. I've talked to him several times. He's a lot of fun.
the you know, the part about, like, I thought everybody was like, when you first get into the paranormal world, everybody's all together, kind of like, and it's like one big family. And it is kind of like my family, you know. They'll knock your head off as soon as you say the wrong thing, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's pretty fun.
I learned early on, like when I was, you know, seeking some answers and wanting to learn more, and I approached some authors and speakers at a conference, and they turned their nose up at me and just, like, looked away. I'm like, really? Wow. You know, what a bunch of buttheads, truly. I'm just like, I don't get that kind of mentality or attitude. It's like a lot of these bigger authors are not personal experiencers. You know, they're just gathering and looking down their nose and judging people. And I'm like, wow, you really haven't a clue, because I think they'd be a little bit more humble if they'd experienced some of the things for themselves instead of delegating to others and defining, this is what you experienced, let me tell you. No, buttheads.
I don't want to piss anybody off, but that's my pet peeve right now. I mean, it's like, you know, do I even want to go there?
I understand.
You know,
I know some of them too.
Yeah, I better not, because people are watching us.
Yeah. Yeah, it is kind of sad, huh?
Yeah. Okay.
There's a lot of butt heads too, and it's like, you know, I think we would have got a lot further in these fields had we worked more closely together and let the ego step to the side. I've been slammed by ghost hunters because I believed in aliens, and vice versa. You know, it's like, really, we're in the paranormal together, okay? Let's pull together and try to work together so we could take on, you know, the naysayers of the world.
Right.
But wow, it's just amazing how people really try to kick you to try to get a little inch ahead.
Yeah, no,
I don't get it.
No,
there's some like right now. Since the September thing came out, you know, the September 23 or you know whatever. Actually, all of September. Yeah. I've heard everything now. I mean, just about everything's coming at us. You know, I mean, that there's aliens that are on the moon and the base, and I mean, I've heard it all in the last couple of weeks, and to be prepared, and I mean, everything but the kitchen sink's coming.
Right.
So,
right.
Yeah, and I mean, I haven't a clue what really is coming.
Neither do I.
But only I know something might happen. And it might be like, I think like the door opens then, and we will progressively see what happened. You know what I mean? Came through it. And it'll just like a bigger hat man and more of them or something, and we'll just and we'll see more, you know, over the next year. But I don't think like September is gonna slam us as bad as how everybody's like talking about.
Well,
but then it might, you know, I don't know.
Get on air first, you know.
Yeah. But I mean, it might like have it come in with a big bang. It might.
Never know.
You know.
Never know. They say that definitely though the economy is going to crash big time though.
That could happen.
That's what I'm hearing. That it's definitely going to happen.
I hope it's not so bad. Fingers crossed.
Right.
Yeah, me too.
So, all right, Heidi.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
An awesome evening, and I will see you next weekend.
Absolutely.
And thank you for the really great photos. Those are great.
Thank you.
Of course. Have a good night.
See ya.
Okay, bye.
See that? I'm overmodulated again. Check 1, 2, 3. Something wrong. I got a very expensive microphone. I can't get it to sound right.
Because you keep smoking crack.
That's right. I think I'm probably on crack. Drink up, Julie. All right. You know, out of the two hikers that we were talking about before Heidi, there was one more that I wanted to speak. And this was in Colorado. This is in David Paulides' area. And I want to show you, there was a child, not a child, a kid, 9 years old, like my kid, 8, 9 years old. He went missing, and they found him. 24 hours, they found him. All right, what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to show you a photograph of the helicopter had just landed, and one of the pilot has the kid and is carrying him over to the family.
And the kid's alive, right?
Oh, the kid's alive, 24 hours.
No shoes.
No shoes.
No shoes.
You guys see that?
Where was he at? This
is in Colorado. I don't know exactly. Yeah, I mean, I can probably let you hear a video, but now this family is very well, I don't want to say trained, but they teach their kids how to survive out in the wilderness. Okay, so what I was listening is he was in between rocks to block out the wind and the cold air, and that's how he stayed warm. Now, if your dad is and you guys go hiking and camping all the time, and he teaches you survival, I think the first thing he would say is not to take off any clothing or shoes. Not unless he got them wet.
But there's a theory of that. And that it's in the 411 book, people tell everyone that the first thing you do is you get a little bit off.
This is 24 hours.
And you start stripping off your clothes.
No, but this is 24 hours.
Yeah, I mean, they say like right away. You strip off and take off and hike straight up the mountain, like, huh?
With no shoes.
Right.
Okay, that's absolutely stupid and ridiculous. But otherwise, where are his shoes? Why doesn't he have any shoes on right here, guys? And my theory right now, the only thing I can say is that he got them wet, but I think he would have been smart enough not to get wet. I don't know. But if you look in the Missing 411 books and if you read them, a majority of the cases is they find them alive but with no shoes. Mm-hmm. All right? Now, I don't know if it was you or maybe it was Cheryl who made the assumption that maybe whoever is abducting these people are taking the shoes off so they can't get away.
Yeah, that was. I've talked about that.
That was you, right? And I never thought about that. Wow.
Never thought that's what the Indians would do. And if you kept running, like say that you
try to keep getting away, right?
Yeah, then they would cut the bottom of your feet.
Mm-hmm, there you go.
Across your soles, and then you wouldn't run. That's what happened to my relative. That she was the one that gave birth to Quanah Parker. Her name was Cynthia Ann Parker, and it was like it's my great grandma or something like that. But she kept she got abducted by the tribe, and then she ran off, and they caught her, and then they cut her. First they had her barefoot, so she couldn't run off, because we all have tender feet. That's in fact back then that was that's what they called everybody, tender feet. And then they cut her heels.
Ouch.
And then she couldn't run.
Right.
And then she stayed and had babies and everything, and then she longed to be back with her people, and they brought her back, and she hated it and went back.
Huh.
Wasn't long and she was right back living with the tribe again.
Wow. So, hey, for those who were last week's show, we had Doug come on, and he stated he was telling us a story about the Bigfoot and that ripped apart the ice chest. He never sent me those photographs. So, Doug, I don't know if you sent them. I didn't get them. If you're listening right now, call me on the hotline if you want and let me know what happened to the ice chest. Maybe you guys threw away the ice chest. I hope not, but so let me know. We got about 30 minutes really left. So why don't we make the last 30 minutes? Anybody want to call in and tell us a story or have a question about anything, more than happy to. I'm going to give you the phone number right now. It is our 24-hour paranormal hotline. The area code is 559-287-8367. That's 559-287-8367. Program that in your cell phone. You can text me any photographs you wish to that number. That goes to my 24-hour paranormal hotline, which is an iPhone that I carry with me. So I have two phones that I carry with me every day. You can also text me at that number if you wish. If not, there is a form, a very simple form on our website at paranormalcentral.net. You just type in your name and your email, and there's a place where you can type in whatever you want, and it will go directly to me. And if you wish it to go to Danny or Heidi or Ellen, just let me know, and I will forward it to them. No problem. I try to answer every single one if I can, and there you go. So if anybody wants to call in right now at the number I just gave and tell us a story or have a question that we can answer for you, do so. Let me go back to the photographs. I think I have a couple more on here if I'm not mistaken. Talked about that. Okay. Let's talk. We're getting, I don't want to say we're getting thrashed, but a lot of people still think that nothing really is going to happen in September. There was, as a matter of fact, Monty Torres sent me over something.
Yeah, I heard about that. I didn't see what he sent you, but
All News Web, man, it is totally. This guy really did his homework. Not Money Torres, but the All News Web website. They
there's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff.
There's a lot of stuff, and a lot of it has to do with the Bible and religion.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I really want to go.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people out there, we talk about, this is a paranormal show, and I want to start talking about the Bible and religion and stuff like that. So, you know what I want to do? Is I want to do another show.
But only it's not all Bible and religion.
No, it's not. As a matter of fact,
there's movies. I mean, there's some serious movies coming out this month that has something that has all about it.
Right. Okay, we got New Jersey calling in. Stand by. Hey, New Jersey, you're on the phone with Jeff and Alan.
Hi, can I speak to the guy? Or
you are speaking to Jeffrey and Ellen. You're live on the air.
Yeah, turn down.
Okay,
turn down.
I just want to let him know that one day I experienced having electricity all over my body. And so I was getting kind of freaked out. I'm looking at me in the bed like, what's going on? So I walked down the hallway, and next thing you know, my left foot started pulsating. Like it's almost as if someone smashed your finger and you could feel pulsating. It was in the sole of my foot. So after that, I'm like, what the hell is this? So I called my mother. It was like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. And I asked my mom, like, did you hear the static? And she said, yeah. I said, guess what? It's coming from my body. And she was like, oh, my gosh, really? I said, yeah, Mom. I'm like, how is this possible? I said, I don't know. Later that morning, I looked at my foot, and I ended up having these spots on my foot. So I don't know what that's all about, but that's something that truly happened to me.
Was that the spots on the bottom of your foot or on the top?
Yeah, like little white dots, almost like in a circle.
Okay.
Almost like an imprint of that was never there before. Little white dot.
So you felt
that it had static electricity all over my body.
And you think that's where it was coming in from? Was from your left foot?
I don't know. First it started with electricity all over my body.
Right.
Okay, and then after that, I went into the hallway down, in the living room, freaking out like from the static electricity all over my body. So I called my mother, and I'm talking to her on the phone, and she can, I said, Mom, what do you hear on the phone? She said, I hear static, basically. And I said, well, it's coming from me. And then I looked at my foot. There was, my foot started pulsating, and there were spots on the sole of my foot. Almost like a pattern.
Right.
I don't know if I was abducted. I don't know.
That's what I was going to say.
A UFO, alien was doing something to my body.
Have you ever
something that happened to me?
Have you ever had an abduction or a sighting or anything like that at all in the past?
I never really saw nothing, but I always had strange dreams and things happen to me, paranormal in the house with, I guess, ghosts or whatever. Different things happening.
Like what?
For example, I was in bed one day and I had a zap on my left leg, like I stuck my finger in the, the outlet where I get zapped,
right,
like electrocuted, and I jumped up and I ran down the hallway, came back in the room. In my closet, there was blinking white lights, almost like a strobe light when you're in a club. That's one of my experience, that I've been through, among other things that happened to me over the years.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's weird.
I can never explain to me.
Yeah, that one is a trippy one. I don't know what.
I never even heard anything.
That is weird
really.
to me.
Yeah, static electricity all over my body, start tingling. I called my mother, and static was coming through the phone where the phone was all statically. Then my foot started pulsating, my left foot, and then I looked at my foot. There was like an imprint of white dots.
Yeah, I don't know.
So I don't know if they were experimenting on me. Sometimes when I wake up from sleeping, my body feels like it's banged up. Like, I don't know if someone is abducting me or whatever, but those are some of the things that happen.
Right. Well, you could be getting abducted. I'm not sure, but it sure sounds like it. So, well, I don't know what to tell you, but yeah.
Well, maybe this can help somebody else with some of their
right. And if anybody else has any any same circumstances like her, go ahead and say something on chat or give us a call. So well, thanks for telling the story. Appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. You have a great night.
You too. Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Bye. That was from New Jersey.
That is a trip.
Yeah.
I mean,
there was
I was wondering, like, if the white spots were, like the old tubes. If you're an old person like me, like in the TVs, the tubes go out and they have the little, I don't know, connectors on the bottom of the tube.
Hello.
Hello.
This is Jeffrey and Ellen. Did you just call us at Paranormal Central?
Yeah, I did. I was listening to your guys' show.
Right on.
Thanks for calling me back. Yeah, I just basically wanted to share a story with you guys.
Go for it.
Yeah.
Well, you guys had Heidi Hollis on for quite a while about the whole Hamman shadow people thing. And I've experienced both, actually, in probably the past, I'm 33, so it's been going on for like the past 26 years. To tell you where it began, actually, I was like 5 years old. My sister was 7. We shared a room. We had bunk beds and stuff like that. This was in Europe, by the way, too. Young kids couldn't fall asleep. We're talking, making jokes and stuff. And I was on the bottom bunk. Sister was on the top bunk. And basically she says, what's that over by the window? And we had French windows that were open, let some cold air in at night. And I looked over, and like it looks like, we were on the 3rd story, and it looks like someone's holding on to the rails looking into our room. So like, we're both like, no way. Like, my sister's like, just put the blankets over your head, put the blanket over your head. And I did that. And then, like, I slowly peek out the blanket to look towards the French window again, and nothing there. So as I take the blanket off my head, like, I turn to the ladder, to the bunk bed, and I see someone is on the ladder. Like, I can just see their bottom half of their body. And as soon as I see, like, whoever, whatever it was, like, my sister starts screaming. So my first instinct is to, like, hit or swipe at this whatever, later on I figured out, yeah, it was a shadow person. But as I swiped my hand to, like, hit him off the ladder, like, my hand went right through it. And as my hand went right through it, like, the shadow person, like, it almost shifted. It seemed like its stomach went up and its head went straight in front of my face. Like, his face was, like, literally an inch away from me. And his eyes started changing colors from, weird colors, like orange to yellow to, like, blue to purple, back to red. And, like, literally I was frozen. I, like, couldn't do nothing. And since my sister was screaming, my mom heard it, and obviously she was making her way towards our room, so she turned the hallway light on, and you could see the shadow thing, whatever it was, just, like, jump off the ladder backwards, look at the bottom of the door to see the hallway light, like it knew someone was about to come in, and it literally took, like, 2 steps and just jumped out the window.
Whoa.
Like, literally just gone.
You know what sounds? It reminds me like the Predator.
Kinda.
Yeah, exactly. But before it jumped out the window, it did turn sideways to go towards the window, and when it did turn sideways, there was it was so thin, like
it was a real shadow.
Like, yeah, like a real shadow, like so thin, and its fingers were, like, really long, arms really long, and that's how it started. But to tell you the truth, yeah, I told you I'm 33 right now. That was when I was 5. I'm in California right now, and I mean, it's literally every night I can probably have a shadow person encounter if I wanted to, but from doing the research and stuff the past 6-7 years, I've heard that the big thing is like if you sleep on your stomach, it's less likely you'll have an encounter. So that's what I've been doing. I mean, not to sound like a little baby or nothing, but I mean,
well, no, I don't want. I mean, man, I don't want to, have encounters with shadow people every night, dude. So I'll do whatever it takes.
I don't want them on any night.
I'll even sleep with my light on just a little bit because I heard that also helps. A little computer screen on or a little light or whatever. But yeah, literally, I mean, it's just been getting worse and worse. Like
really.
Well, a little bit of Jesus, man, it'll get rid of them.
I tell you what, call me tomorrow at this same number, all right? And I'll give you some. I'll tell you what to say, and that way you can get rid of it.
Yeah, it'll get rid of it.
I've heard about the whole Jesus thing.
Okay.
And
that's if you want to. That's if you want. It's up to you.
But yeah, I mean. That's from I've seen the shadow person. I've also woke up and seen the Hat Man, and as soon as I've seen him, I feel the strangulation. But I also know that it has a lot to do with sleep paralysis as well.
Well, that's what they say, but it's not proven.
Yeah, exactly. And my sister has never ever had the encounter ever again. Right. And she's 2 years older than me.
The call coming in from Pennsylvania. I'll call you back. Hold off.
Yep.
Well, yeah, I again, if you want to get rid of whatever's been haunting you, let me know, and we can help you out. All right.
Yeah, thank you, man. I got a ton of stories too, like crazy ones if y'all want to hear. So,
you know what? Maybe some other time. Call back in because I have some other callers calling in. All right. Appreciate that you calling.
Hey, thank you, sir.
Thank you, man.
Thank you, man. Good
Bye.
Stories.
Hold call and answer. All right, here we go. All right, Pennsylvania, you're on with Jeff and Ellen.
Hey, Jeff. Ellen, how you doing?
Good. Who's this?
Hey, I had to follow up with that guy from New Jersey. I'm on the other side, on the west side of Philly.
Okay.
And I had the same thing happen with the electrical feeling in my feet.
Really?
Ooh, there you go. All right.
Yeah,
now it was kind of strange. It was from like the head to your toes, and it seemed to happen at night. Very hard to explain, but he just had a very electrified feeling. I wanted to ask that guy. It's too bad I couldn't talk to him. But did he have any feeling in his ears? Did he have any like high pitched hearing in his ears?
Huh. Good question. That was from what? That was from. I'm trying to remember where that call came from.
It's the same place that one is.
No.
There's some guy from New Jersey said he had the white spots on the bottom of his feet.
Okay, you know what? Let me see if I can pull that up and call it back, so we could ask.
Yeah. So did you have any spots?
No, I didn't have any spots. It was just an incredible electrical feeling going through your body from your head to your feet. Like you were being kind of electrocuted.
Yeah.
But it was just very hard to explain.
I tell you what, I'm going to put you on hold. Let me see if I can get him back, okay? And I'll put you on the three-way. Okay?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, hold on. Let's go to recent. Now it's New Jersey, right? Okay. So that way we can. What's good about this is that bring them on right now. And hopefully they'll answer.
Hello.
Hey, this is Jeffrey and Alan calling back from Paranormal Central.
Uh-huh.
Hey, we have somebody on the line right now who had the same experience as you did and want to talk to you about it. Is that cool?
Yeah, that's really cool.
Okay. Let's bring him on. Hey, Pennsylvania, you there?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, okay, you're on the line with him. Go ahead and talk.
Hi, how are you? So you experienced like static electricity over your body before?
Well, yeah, exactly. If that's what you want to call what it was, static electricity. Yep. It was it was definitely an electrical feeling where you could feel it, I guess, discharging through your feet, your legs.
Yeah.
Into your head. But did you have any sensation into your head?
You know, the way it started, I was in bed, and all of a sudden I started to feel static electricity all over my body, and it was kind of freaking me out. So what I did, I went, walked down the hallway, called my mother, which I never do, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. And I was like, Mom, do you hear what's on the phone, basically? And she's like, I said, what do you hear? She said, I hear static. I said, guess where it's coming from? It's coming from my body. And then after that, my left foot started pulsating. And then after that, you can see these white dots on the sole of my feet.
Yeah, I never had any no physical traces like that. It was all just a feeling. And it basically happens at night. Is that your case?
Yep, it was like in the morning, like around 2, 3 o'clock when that happened.
Now, I was asking the host, did you have any, did you hear anything?
I don't recall hearing anything. All I can recall that I started having a sensation over my entire body. It was almost like you put your hand on a ball, that ball where your hair starts sticking out, like that,
right.
static, and it just started intensifying. And next thing you know, that it's all over my body, and I'm freaking out. I call my mother. I say, what do you hear? She said, I hear static that's coming from my body. Then after that, the sole of my foot, my left foot, started pulsating like this, as if I got smashed. I smashed it from. Well, it was like that with my left sole of my feet. And next thing you know, after it's pulsating, I don't know why that sensation of pulsating, was so it was vibrating so much in my left foot. And next thing you know, later that that morning, whatever, I looked in at my foot and there's white dots. It's almost like someone stamping or something, like in a circle or pattern. But these white dots was left on my sole of my foot that was never there before. I never seen them ever on my foot.
Yeah, I got to tell you, I'm on the other side of Philly, towards the west. You're in New Jersey.
Mm-hmm. I'm in New Jersey, South Jersey, and I'm by a military base. It's like 10 to 15 minutes by a military base. With, the airplane.
I live rural. I live rural, and I've seen some strange lights in the sky. I haven't had any missing time or anything like that, but who knows if there's some strange stuff going on. I don't know.
Right. You never know.
And then one day I was dreaming. I swear to you, I was dreaming, and I dreamed that I was in space. And I can remember floating, standing up almost, looking at, like a moon to me. And then all of a sudden it just went away, and then I woke up like I was never supposed to see something like that.
Wow.
That was way later, but I'm always having weird dreams. Sometimes when I wake up from my dreams, I feel like my elbows and my knees are like somebody banged them up, like I was in a I guess like on my hands and knees, or I don't know, like in a sitting position. I don't know, like, because supposedly I'm known to, people are known to, I guess, take you in your dreams. I don't know how true that is, but sometimes when I wake up, like my body's banged up, and it shouldn't be that way because I paid good money for the bed that I'm sleeping on, like
right.
$1,500, very comfortable. But
right.
My knees is like hurting, or my elbows, or certain joints shouldn't be hurting. Like I don't know. I feel like sometimes I'm being abducted. I really feel like that. And I feel like they take me in my dreams. That's just how I feel. I haven't had anything that deep, brother. Yeah, and then one day I'm in the room, I'm laying in the bed, and my right leg finger in the plastic. Well, it has my leg like that on the leg.
Uh-oh, we're losing. Uh-oh, we're losing.
You kind of broke up. I can't hear you.
Yeah, we're losing you in New Jersey, so.
I can hear you very well.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you what. We're gonna let you both go. You know what? It's hard to say. It sounds like abduction to me, but
yeah, it could be.
It's hard to say.
Guys, I just had to chime in when I heard the guy from New Jersey because it's the same type of thing I experienced, kind of in the close same by area.
Right.
So just want to give you a call.
That's awesome. Appreciate you calling us and letting us know. Thank you.
You got it. You guys take care.
Thank you for watching.
And I would definitely give y'all a call back, in the future about some other experience that I've also had. Okay.
Sounds good. Thank you.
You have a
take care.
You too.
It's
Thanks.
like late over there.
Huh?
It's late over there.
Yeah, it's like 12 o'clock midnight.
Yeah.
So, all right. Okay.
Something like that.
What's that?
How late?
Yeah. Well,
yeah. So hey, have you ever heard anything from about Jade Helm? I mean, that thing did it happen? What was it doing?
You know what? It's supposed to go until August, right?
Yeah.
Or September. September. Well, you know what? September's next week.
But I mean, everything kind of quit on that, except for all I heard was they're actually, what they're doing is tapping everybody's stuff.
What do you mean?
Recording everything. Like they set up and they tapped everybody's phones and emails, and I mean that's what I heard. That's why nobody's heard anything. It's like a passive, like they're just recording everybody, movements, going through all the tapes of the surveillance and everything, and just recording everything.
Well, like the smoking man says, if it's a software that's recording all the voices and it is zeroing in on certain words, okay, like I don't know, guns, for example, Jade Helm, anything like that. It's documenting all that. So if the software decides to say, okay, you know what, all these people who said all these words, it's telling them, you know what, I don't like these people because they're talking about all these things. You need to go to those houses and arrest these people.
So they're the ones going to the FEMA camp or whatever.
Maybe. Oh, I don't know about the FEMA camp, but that's what, when I heard about the software, that to me that's what it sounds like it's doing. It's monitoring, the voice.
Separate everyone out.
Yeah,
separate. Put a list.
And everybody who's talking about the words that you're not supposed to be talking about, you're gonna get checked. You're gonna get the hit first, if that makes sense to you guys. So don't talk about that type of stuff anymore. If you need to talk to somebody, talk in person.
Right.
Now,
do the old school way.
Yeah. Now, Eddie wanted to tell you about something personal, and he had you go to this new email, Hushmail. And I've never heard of that before.
Yeah,
I want you to explain it because you signed up on it. What is it?
Actually, it's pretty cool. Okay, it's an email account that can't be hacked as long as you don't invite another email account that isn't a Hushmail account. So like no AOL, no Hotmails, no Gmails, it has to be Hushmail to Hushmail. You can't use your cell phone, your iPad, your Kindle Fire, you have to use a computer. And it's free as long as you log in at least once every 3 months. But it can't be hacked. So you can do email to email and
talk top secret stuff.
Right.
And the government cannot.
Nobody can hack it.
Why is that? I mean, is this like encrypted? I'm assuming it's encrypted. Yeah. Okay, so it's called Hushmail.
Hushmail.
And anybody who wants to sign up for Hushmail, I guess you can if you want. Like we're going to give right now the terrorists a good idea right now, if they're listening to us.
And the non-terrorists.
And the non-terrorists. Yeah. If you are wanting to say something very private without anybody else knowing, I guess you can go to Hushmail, SUHUSH.
You know who uses it is the a lot, because I kind of looked into it a little bit. The people that do TV shows and stuff like that, and they're talking about concepts, and people that are doing, created something, or they shot a Bigfoot, or You know, and they want to.
Ooh.
You know, it's stuff like that.
Right.
It's a way to talk to people and put your ideas without them being stolen or picked.
Okay.
You know.
All right. So you don't want to text anybody or do the regular email or call.
You can't. Like, and if you have a hush mail, but your friend has a Gmail, you don't invite the Gmail, because as soon as you have the Gmail will allow something to be able to come through the Gmail and hack you.
Okay.
Hack your hush mail. So it has to be hush mail to hush mail only. And can't be you really don't want to use your cell phone to do it.
So
either,
who thought of this hush mail? Where did this come from?
I haven't got that far in the research, but I've been using it, and it's pretty good. I mean, it's pretty cool.
As you know, no one is listening in or reading in their email. You don't know.
Right, exactly, and I'm keeping it hush mail to hush mail too so far, because we do a lot of sensitive stuff.
Right.
And it's come in really handy for me.
It's about that UFO that crash landed. We have it in the bushes over here.
Yeah.
Oh, I wasn't supposed to say anything.
Right. Exactly like that. Exactly.
You know, and we've all, you know, we are looking for Bigfoot in one of these days, hoping possibly to get some type of great evidence. And what you don't want to do, because it's like, you know, what if we were in a place up here in the Sierras and we ran into a family of Bigfoots and they attacked us? And obviously, if you know, we're armed, man. We're going to shoot our way out of there, and because I don't want to die. And let's say we kill one, all right? What you want to do is you do not want to get on your phone and call somebody and said, "Hey, I just killed a Bigfoot," because
you don't want to Facebook message it.
No,
you don't want to,
because you don't want to say, "I just killed a Bigfoot," to go over, you know, the airwaves, because the computers that the government have certain words that they look for, and I guarantee you, I just shot a Bigfoot. Bigfoot is dead. I have a Bigfoot body. It's probably in there. And their computer is going to come up and it's going to say, hey, these guys are talking about killing a Bigfoot. They just shot a Bigfoot. And they're going to zero in on you, and they're going to come and they're going to get that Bigfoot before you can take it out of there. I guarantee it.
Yep.
So you need to shut up. All right? You need not call anybody. If you get an alien, then you need to somehow, you know, get it in a Bigfoot and get it, take it and hide it someplace. All right?
Yeah, or hush mail it.
Or hush mail it.
You know, hush mail, talk about it.
Right. So,
and I don't even know if I would even trust it. To tell you the truth.
Yeah, it's hard to say.
I mean, I have friends that when I was in the casino industry, I got pretty high in the computer department. In fact, I was in charge of the whole computer department. And in the casino industry, everything is hush-hush. Like, everything. I mean, in fact, we don't even, like, for a long time, when the internet first came out, we didn't have we had an outside line where, like, if, say, something happened to one of the servers and you needed a tech, you could, you know, like now, you know, you would just give them permission and they would come on, but you couldn't do that, and you still can't to this day. The actual servers in there are not have any kind of connection to the outside world for secrecy. You know, like nobody wants anybody to know how much money they make or what machines are doing what or who is playing them, or I mean any kind of sensitive information. But that nowadays, even, I mean, we were all worried about that in the casino industry and privacy and security and all that. Nowadays, the actual Google or AOL or whoever it is, Mozilla Firefox, your provider, you know, like AT&T or Comcast or whatever it is, whoever you have that is supplying your service, everyone is tracking you. Facebook is tracking you. I mean, everybody tracks where you go when you're shopping. If you're, I mean, you are being followed on the online more than you know.
Yep.
They are, I mean, it is no secret. If you're online, don't think that you're doing something, you know, because you turned your light low and, you know, and you went on one and you have this little program that you got in the 80s, you know, right when the, you know, that you've been, I always use this and it, you know, it hides my IP address or changes it every 20 minutes or something.
Right.
That doesn't work anymore.
I on Facebook, there is something going around where the new LED TVs,
right?
All right, the
right.
NSA could easily, or they can somehow come on your TV and watch and listen to you. Like, what? That is scary right there.
They could do it with your phone.
Oh, yeah.
With this,
yeah.
like if there's a forward-facing camera or even a camera on it, they could turn it on and they can use it.
Yep.
I mean, that's been going on for a long time.
Yeah.
And now when you put apps, they ask you permission, and you can't have the app unless you say yes.
Right.
In fact, somebody was saying that while we were on the phone, they actually emailed you or texted you the pictures to a new Bigfoot that came out, and
let me see.
And we'll check on that really quick because we only have like a few minutes left.
And I'm looking at them right
but
now.
Believe me, internet security, it is gone. There is no such thing. So, about the best I could do right now is hush mail, and I believe the person that turned me on to it, because they're really high in the world of the internet and building the latest, greatest.
Yeah, that one. That one was a good one.
That one's a good one?
Yeah. Well, the one here, and I think you know about that one. Remember that one? Its face was like right there.
Oh yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Remember that one?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that was, I guess, one of the pictures they just sent me. I'm trying to remember who the one that took. Was it called? Yeah, Colorado Striker, right? Was it them? Oh no. Jeff and Teresa Yellick.
Yeah, the Yellicks. Those
Yes.
are the ones. I think
Yes.
we talked about them on the show here already, didn't we? I think so. I think we brought them up and talked about them.
I'm Danny. I don't remember that one. Was it Danny? Danny brought that
Danny
one up?
might have. Yeah.
I'm not sure. We talked about so many Bigfoot stuff on here, so it's hard to keep track.
Yeah, we do.
So, well, yeah, I'm not sure. I'll have to look at these closer. So, all right, we got about 9 minutes left, something like that. So, all right, well, had a blast today. Obviously, thank you very much, Mr. Steve Pierce, for coming on and talking about fire in the sky. Appreciate it. It looks like we're gonna go Bigfooting with them, most definitely. So I don't know if they're listening or not, but I will get a hold of Christina and we'll find out when we can make this happen. I heard that it's going to be a pretty wild winter this year.
That's what I heard too.
El Nino is supposed to be really, really bad.
Like flooding here.
Yes, a lot of water. So I don't know what the future is like for any recent activity as far as Bigfooting goes, but we'll see. Still a long way. It doesn't start raining until December anyways, right around there, December, January.
Well, I put on my Facebook the other day, and I just wanted to just create a little stir, and I put that casting that we got, the picture where you put your hand on it, and we got it out here, right out in the country, on the valley floor.
Right.
In the winter, it might be too snowy and stuff like that to go to the places that we like to go to.
I guess we really don't have to go up higher, huh?
Yeah, only now all we have to do is go 10 minutes and one of the things that a lot of people were like not believing, they were having a hard time believing that the Bigfoot was right down here where we are. They're not out in the woods. I mean, they are out there running around, but they are down here too. And I didn't come to that conclusion, or we didn't come to that conclusion like over, one report.
Right.
we were led to several places over the last couple of years, 2 or 3 years, and we were like everyone else, we're like, yeah, right. You know, yeah.
Yep.
But then after you talk to a few people that don't know each other, they live miles apart from each other, and then you kind of you look at a map and you're like, hey, you know, it's coming from this way and going down here, and it's hitting this orchard, and it seems to like citrus, you know, like tangerines and oranges and lemons and stuff. It likes to stay in there. I don't know why. I mean, we haven't heard anything about peaches and grapes or anything like that, man. It is strictly in the oranges so far.
Right.
And, you know, farm laborers quitting their job, and I've had people calling from Pioneer, Dinuba, Sanger, people I know for a long, long time, and then when I started talking about it, they start telling me, oh, man, you know, me and my brother saw one run out of the oranges across the street and into the other oranges, you know. But they're down here, and I can't wait. When it's
orange season.
Yeah, when it's orange season, that means Bigfoot season for me now.
Yep.
And I could be, I could get in my car and be out there tracking him in 5 minutes, you know, and I love that. You know, it's not far.
Not far at all.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, we're talking north of Sanger, you guys. We're talking like 10 minutes from here, 10, 15 minutes, man.
Right.
And it's not one sighting, it's several sightings, and these people don't know each other.
Nope.
And it's been happening for many, many years, and our name is finally getting out. You guys have to understand, you know, we're not a household name yet. We're not. Wait till we get on TV, and once this thing goes national, then it's all over.
See, that's the part that I don't think people understand is, you know, a lot of people get on our, you know, like, why do you want to go on TV? Really, it's because that's where the good stories are.
Oh, yeah.
Once you get known enough and they know, you know, that you're going to put the story out and tell the truth and not twist it all up, and you'll even not tell their name if they don't want their name told, kind of like our guest tonight. I mean, we tried to get a little bit more, but, you know,
Yeah.
I mean, we didn't twist his arm real hard, but only when more people know the phone number, we will get some really good stories, and then we'll be able to like find out things that has been going on for years. And finally be able to get to the bottom of these things.
Los Angeles, you're on the air, but you got about 3 minutes.
Yeah, I know. I just want to talk to Jeff and Alan for a second. This is Eddie. I know.
Oh, Eddie.
Hi, Eddie.
What's up, dude?
How are you, man?
Good, good. How about yourself?
I'm doing good. Maybe even better after tomorrow.
What's up?
What's happening tomorrow?
I get my last heart stent tomorrow. And
wow.
hopefully that's the last one, and no more, you know, heart attacks and stuff.
Right. So, what's up, Eddie?
What's going on? Are you guys still on the air?
Oh yeah, we're on the air.
Yeah.
You're live to the world right now.
Yeah, I kind of shared the husk mail thing. I thought it was cool, you know, and
Awesome. Yeah, actually, I was calling because I heard you guys talk about hush mail, and I was like, yeah, excellent, because people need to actually go that direction if they actually want to share private information. It's really not hackable.
Cool.
And so, I mean, the closest you can come to hacking is basically you receiving a text document with a bunch of gibberish and random characters. So no one's going to read your stuff.
Cool.
And so if anyone says, oh, well, hush mail is hackable, it's a lie, completely. It's a complete lie. No one can really do that unless they actually have access to the server that the application resides on, and nobody does, and nobody can say they do, because even if they did, then it would be a temporary hack, and the person would be fired and sued for millions of dollars. So anyway, I just wanted to throw that out there. But
dude,
I know you
that's
guys are ending the show with like some really cool stuff, and I wanted to say that I do want to say something, and eventually I will say something, but I do want to make sure and make it a point to say that there is something that needs to be said in the world of ET stories and abductions and so on and so forth. I think people need to hear something that is actually honest and truthful, and it needs to be clarified. The abduction thing, it just totally needs to be clarified, because every time I hear stories about people getting abducted and so on and so forth, I just kind of it messes with me because I want to say something, but I can't. And it's one of those things where it's like, if I say something, you know, I'll have a bunch of people who actually have never experienced it rebuttal me. And I don't want to deal with rebuttals. I actually want to deal with people who can actually relate to what I'm saying and can communicate something honest and truthful in terms of, you know, ET encounters and UFO encounters and so on and so forth. And I'll point out that some of these shows that you see on cable from these big networks who are actually paid to say that bullcrap, it's all a bunch of gibberish. It's all a bunch of hearsay, and a lot of it is bias info. A lot of it is made up just for ratings.
Disinformation.
Is that, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Disinformation. They're putting it out there to confuse the situation. That's what it is.
Yeah. Completely meant to distract people, and at the same time, it's also meant for ratings, so they get money.
Right.
And people, you know, viewing the show. It's just like YouTube. You get a bunch of people viewing your videos, you make money. Same thing. Ratings. It's basically a ratings game. So, but eventually, I will put my 2 cents in there somehow, somewhere.
Okay.
Because I know a guy. I know a guy that I want to tell you guys about. This guy, he's got some really cool stuff.
Okay.
Information.
Right on.
That he wants to share.
All right. Well, we got 30 seconds, Eddie. You know, Alan told me what was going on, and I look forward to hearing all of it, and maybe on the TV show, and we'll get that book out.
Nice. Yeah. Like I said, this guy, he's got a lot of information to share. So.
Okay. All right.
Kind of want to put that introduction out there. So.
Right on.
All right, guys.
Okay. Thanks, Eddie.
Hey, thanks, Eddie. Good night.
Okay. That's it.
Night.
Okay, good night. Well, that's it, you guys. We're done here. My name is Jeffrey Gonzalez, and for Alan Thomas.
We hope you love the show.
Heidi Hollis and Danny Valderrama, who's on vacation. I hate you. And everywhere at everyone at Thule Reservation, I'm on crack.
And thank you,
I'm on crack.
Keith.
I'm on crack. All right, take 3 drinks for me. See you guys next week. Take care. Bye.
You have been listening to Paranormal Central with Jeffrey Gonzalez and Alan Thomas, broadcasting worldwide at ParanormalCentral.net and on ArtBell.com. Stay tuned for next time. Remember to keep your eyes to the skies, and we hope you witness something you cannot explain.